Hello everybody, I know this is a bit of a surprise, isn't it? We don't normally go live on a Tuesday, but figured it's the FM playoffs this weekend, right? So that tends to mean a bit of a busy weekend. So FM playoffs, if you don't know, is Thursday's draft night, Friday's drafts and crafts, Sunday, of course, is the actual showcase event. And that means that Friday is going to be a little bit of an issue for us to stream. So Mrs. J very, very kindly just said, you know what? You need to get on tonight. And I was like, that sounds a lot like Mrs. J has got some stories to catch up on. And I was like, you know what? That's a good idea. Because quite frankly, from last night, all I can think about is Winfield. Genuinely, if you were in the stream last night, you'll be just as surprised as I am. Everyone who saw what was going on, it makes no sense. Look at all that green. Tonight, of course, is going to be way out the window. We know this is when it all breaks down, right? But at the minute, very, very exciting. Very exciting. We haven't conceded a goal since Warren Point. In our first league game of the season, we face Larne next. Then we have a trip to Dungannon. Who remembers Dungannon? Does anyone remember Dungannon? We won a trophy with them, so hopefully they'll remember that part of the journey and not the matches when I was in charge in the league. Then we've got our first match in the SPFL Trust Trophy, third round, might I add, against Partick Thistle. Then the County Antrim Shield quarter-final against Cliftonville, Glenavon, then Ballina Mallard in the Bet McLean Cup third round. And if you are keeping up with your Northern Irish football news today, you will know that Ballina Mallard have just signed Roy Carroll today. IRL. Roy Carroll is back in football, and he's back in football in Northern Ireland, so that's amazing. I think he's like 42 or 45 or something. So that's it's a hell of a return. Then we got Cliftonville, then Crusaders, Ballymena, Glentoran. That's the huge game right there at home. Then Warren Point again, and then we're getting up towards December. So theoretically, I mean, look at that, back to back against Glentoran in December. Yuck. Before Christmas and after Christmas. That's going to be where things are going to start getting decided, isn't it? Here's how the league currently looks: 2 points clear of Cliftonville, with a +3 goal difference, of course, as well. The Kadamari that we've got is Danny Kadamari's son, Lama. Yes, it is. It's Bailey Kadamari, who plays for Sheffield Wednesday in real life. People who play for Sheffield Wednesday and may potentially play the Football Manager Show Challenge, the community challenge, which of course is to play as Sheffield Wednesday. So yeah, he's Danny Kadamari's son, I believe, and he's doing pretty decent. There you go, Danny Kadamari, father, Jamie Vardy idol. So, you know, it's one of those, isn't it? So he's getting us some goals now. He's done quite well. He's got 8 goals in 7 games, 7 in 5 in the league. Not too shabby. We've got Kyle Hudlin, of course, as well. So he's only made 3 substitute appearances yet. He hasn't actually made a start for us, but it's not a problem. It's not a problem because we are starting to get a bit of a sort of steer on who we think is going to be our starting 11 right now. Owen O'Brien still with us, by the way. We managed to turn out some bids for him because it just didn't happen. Right, there was a minimum release clause of 475 grand, which isn't very much, okay? And hopefully if we can get something else in there. He's not wanting to do that yet. We're going to lose money on him, but he didn't go to Brighton in the transfer window, so we held firm. They didn't activate that release clause, so that was good. So he's still here. That's the main thing. Bailey's just gone down in your estimations. Really? Come on, Gudja. Come on. Is that because he's Jamie Vardy? Is Jamie Vardy idol? Is that what it is? Because, I mean, I understand that. Is Peter Clark still playing? Not 100% sure. Let's see if Peter Clark is still playing. So, he's potentially a scout at Aberdeen. 43, is that the Peter Clark we're on about? Not sure. Not sure if that's him. Might be, might not be. So, as you know, obviously that is him. Oh, brilliant. So, as you know, transfer window closed. We brought ourselves in a couple of new signings just on the deadline day. So we brought in Kieran Evans on a free transfer. Look at this fella. He's not bad, is he? He's coming on a free transfer right on deadline day. I think we'll have a bit of that. That basically covered the fact that Cooper was injured and then Scannell as well. And he's previously been a Linfield boy. He's been on loan from Cardiff. Then he's been at Charlton before as well. Been at Torquay. We brought him back here on a free transfer. And we brought in Stephen Douglas from Burnley as well, who again looks a tidy little player, mind. 5'5", little box-to-box midfielder who's just going to add a bit of steel, I think, to be honest, into our midfield. 15 for leadership, decision making is 14, passing 13, work rate 13. I think his stamina 18 as well, so he's going to really put a shift in, to be honest. Hoping that these guys are going to do pretty well for this level. Plus, Philip Warry has come in from Middlesbrough on loan as well. As a centre-half, can play left-back if needs be as well. Melly, appreciate the follow, very kind. Thank you very, very much for that. Again, look at this, 14 for jumping reach, 12 for heading, 12 for marking, 15 for tackling, 13 for positioning. Yeah, I'm relatively confident that we've done well in the market. Like, now it's just a case of like putting the pieces together. Can we make them all play? And this is us in our disgusting 4-2-3-1 gegenpress, which is like this is going against everything I stand for, but it's working, which again proves to me that this is not how you manage. This is just literally, oh, let's just do 4-2-3-1 gegenpress and things will be fine. And it's 100% it. It's definitely working that way right now. So for us at this point, keep focused on how it's going to work. Calamatri is not going to be a target forward. We're going to have him as a poacher, I reckon. Although we're probably going to switch him round. Larn at home. Maybe we give Kyle Hudlin a little run out, but he's probably better as a 2. I think Hudlin definitely has to be going in against Dungannon, I think. Evening, Gavin Brash. How are you, buddy? Welcome in. Yes, you're right. There's definitely a thing where we need to start considering those results as void. I agree with that. Yeah, absolutely agree. Can't fault as target forward on attack. I agree. There's definitely some possibility there. A15, but we've got quite a few options, to be honest. So we'll see how we get on. Brash did a very GB32 thing, bottled the league on the last day. At least I keep the streams on brand. I couldn't possibly comment, Gav. I've never been anything like that myself. I have a few times. In fact, no, I haven't. I've never been in the process of winning the league. So, but you'll come back stronger. You'll come back stronger, Gav. You know that. It's do follow Gav, by the way, if you've not already done so. I've just posted out another little reminder there for a shout out, so get him followed. Obviously, Goodyear as well is here, and Lama, who, if you haven't seen, the news from the manager's seat is that there's going to be a network save on the go, so definitely worth checking that out. So keep your eyes out peeled for that. I'm just going to link you the YouTube channel actually, because they don't have a Twitch channel. Is it going to be streamed on YouTube, Llama? Because that would be quite interesting if you're doing that. That'd be quite good fun. I saw Fox in the Box was asking about a potential network save partner as well the other day, and I was just like, oh, maybe. And then I was like, I don't have the time to do that. Multi-platform. I mean, now the future's here. The future is here, everyone, and Llama is in charge of it, right? Multi-platform streaming. Evening, Viva. How are you? Welcome in. RC as well. Nice to see you as well. Happy New Year to everyone who we've not spoken to since New Year. Hope you had a lovely Christmas. Hope you had a lovely New Year. However or wherever you celebrate. Brash got up and whatever, so it's fine. Cheers, popping in yesterday. It was a nice surprise. Mate, I tend to pop in as much as I can to things. I was making dinner last night, and I thought, I'm going to pop my phone on, have a little look and see who's live. And obviously I saw that you were there, so I'm like, you know what, I've not popped into Gav for a while, so I thought popping in say hello. So it's the very least I could do. Very, very least I could do. So it's the save nobody asked for, but it's also the content that we all need, in a sense, isn't it? RC working out right now, so in between a break between sets. Oh, this is what we need to see. RC busting out of the gym. What's your workout schedule looking like, RC? I did death by squats this morning. I jumped straight to my starting set, so I didn't even like sort of warm up. I did like 10 reps with an empty barbell just to sort of get my legs moving, and then I went straight to 75 kilos, and I was just like, that'll be fine. And then I realised I was narrow squatting, so my quads are like still on fire, and finished off with to batter on the assault bike, so that's also not going to help. Ooh. In between nuggets and garlic bread, nice. Arms and shoulders, if I'm up for it, do squats. Do squats first. Squats first. Because the thing is, if you're doing your arms and your shoulders now, you're going to try and hold a barbell and do the squats, they're going to be sore. We're 1-0 down against Lahm. We've conceded a goal. Don't quite know what I'm supposed to do with that. Feels a little bit unnatural right now. FIFA president is being cancelled after taking a selfie in front of Pele's coffin. Yeah, I mean, look, he's a prick. That's why he's doing it. He's a prick, and everyone knows that. You know, that's what he does. You know, but then it's not just him though. Like, you know, FIFA's been all about making it all about themselves for years. So it's not just an Infantino problem, is it? This is a FIFA problem. This is a celebrity problem, to be honest. Like, as a society, we've allowed things like that to happen. Like, we've allowed some prick who just put salt on steak to be famous in the first place, and then complain that he turned up at a football match. Like, oh, why is this prick who makes steak here? It's like, because you people made him famous by going, oh, look how he puts salt on steak. Isn't that clever? Well, Kennedy looks a great player for Lan. He's in and around everything, isn't he? I have a feeling we've looked at him, and they've not let us have him on loan, because obviously we are, of course, we're a rival, aren't we? We're a rival to everybody at the minute. I think we might have to go from 4-2-3-1 to 4-3-3 as well. Actually, we might have to potentially put some more firepower up front. That's a nice ball back inside. We have to do it before we go 2-0 down as well. Great save. I'm not doing squats. Yeah, that's what happens. Just like instantly just going, no, we're not doing that now. That's not going to work. I'll tell you what, that can work there. And then Mikason can go there. I think he's ex-Stevenage. Is he? Okay. We'll have a little look at that, see what goes on there then. Working at home, you've got dumbbells. Oh yeah, well, dumbbell squats are alright. Or do overhead lunges. Have your arm dumbbell up in the air and then lunge forward. That could work. Or dumbbells up on your shoulders. Number of celebrities these days is back. I was listening to Spotify the other day, and some guy on the FM podcast comes on promoting like it was big time. Told me something, I think he was. Yeah, I mean, I have managed to infiltrate the internet somehow, and I don't think that anyone really pays attention, Llama, so I think you're alright. I think we're probably okay. Right, Evans goes through. Oh, he's gone through again. Pulls it back. Too many people there. Nice bit of play by Evans, mind. Finally got the ball out to him. Right, 1-0 down. 15 shots at this point as well. Refreshing change from Manscaped adverts. Manscaped haven't responded to our emails, that's why. If they responded, then we'd be telling you to shave your balls as well, Lama. You better believe it. You know? Right, Kadamari's coming off. Hewland's coming on. I think that seems the obvious choice at this point. Let's go wider again. More direct, go expressive. And then, yeah, we've pretty much got everything that we need. It's like, right, distribute the ball to the target man. Let's go ugly ball. Bonus numbers still going well for the FM show. Yeah, the FM show's going really well, man. We're very happy with it. We're back next week. So we've had our Christmas holidays. We're going to be back. So very much looking forward to being part of it again. So a meeting this week to plot out the next episode. So yeah, it should be fun. Advanced forwards either side of feuds, do you reckon? I mean, Evans is doing well as a DLF. He's on a 7 at the minute. Duffy maybe needs a bit more of a shake-up. Is there an FM show Discord? No, the The Athletic don't really know a great deal about Discord. So what we're doing is we're actually putting it all through mine. So in a sense, I actually benefit from those sorts of sort of like any new listeners coming in. We haven't even got like an FM show Twitter feed either. So we'll think about that as to whether it's something we're going to do or not. But then even then, like the things like the YouTube channel again was something that they were like, we've not really sort of done stuff like this before, because obviously T4 already had their stuff before they joined the Athletic Network. So they were like, we don't really know how it works, so if you want to do it, you can do. So myself and Aaron set it all up and just went, right, it's gonna come out like some channel art and stuff and get it all sorted. So yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. Like, it's awesome that we still sort of pinch ourselves a little bit to think that we've been given this opportunity. So just have to keep pushing with it, and hopefully the numbers will improve, and we'll keep pushing on, and we'll become a bit of a mainstay. So while I'm talking about that though, I'm disappointed because we're still not getting anything out of this. We're still 1-0 down. All the shots, 20 efforts, only 4 on target though. Saved it and turned off. Everyone knows stopping it ends a winning streak. That's 100% it. That is it. Scannell hits it wide. I'm tempted to do something really silly. Let's try that, see if this is going to help. I have a feeling what I've done is ridiculous. Go through the middle actually. Can we whip the balls in? It's not good, is it? We're gonna lose to Larne by the looks of it. Hewlin, keeper saved it. First defeat of the season is going to come on the first match of the second stream. To say I'm a bit knocked is an understatement. Getting very attacking now. Yeah, we're literally missing everything now, aren't we? There's no one in the midfield. I knew I shouldn't have changed those positions over. Damn it. It's not cool. Right, so the Invincible stream's over. We're not going to get an Invincible season. That's a shame. We definitely didn't want that. Especially now we've got Dungannon coming up as well. Cliftonville have gone top. Larne have come to third. So I guess in a sense it's against a team who are up there but realistically, we should be flying. Fans less than happy with Cal Hewland. The fans will just have to deal with the fact Cal Hewland's here, right? It's going to be a thing. We're going to have Hewland. He's a part of the team. Get used to him. Right. So let's put Hewland in alongside Danny Cadamartri, actually. Bailey Cadamartri, I should say, sorry. Kevin Carlos. Right, we're probably not looking for players tonight, to be honest. What, this guy here? Nigeria and Spain? Or yeah. Like, is this the guy? I don't think he's gonna come. Don't think he's gonna come. I'd re-sign if I saw Andy Hewland Brown resign. Oh, sorry, re-sign. That was anti. Put in DJ. Yeah, DJ Pedro. Do you reckon he'd fit in there? I think we'd struggle. Right. Tell you what, I don't want to take Mikason out because Mikason's been playing pretty well. Duffy's doing good. 6 assists, 3 goals in 10 games. But I almost feel like he is the player to sacrifice in order to put a target man in there, you know? We can maybe move him there. Centre midfielder, does he? But he won't really play centre mid, will he? We've been playing him as a shadow striker, so we need Cammy Power back. 4 weeks. 4 weeks for Cammy to come back. Okay. Right. Okay, so we need a victory here against Dungannon, and then we need a win against Partick. That's the one that's going to be exciting, right? Because we never played in the SPFL Trust Trophy before, so it's going to be the first time here. Very excited to see how that works. Get Cooper back in, but the thing is, who do we put Cooper in for though? Because I feel as though Evans is actually doing all right. Like, do we put him straight back in? Because he gave us something. Do you know what I mean? He gave us something. Yeah. All right. See what he does. If he comes in, he gets us a goal. Then he's done his job. You know. We will absolutely get more water in as well. You can hear I'm already a bit hoarse. Who's that there? Stephen Hanna. Out for 10 months. The cruciate injury. Oof. But yeah, he's done for, innit? It'd be a very TJ to do a knockoff Scottish Trophy whilst managing in Northern Ireland. Imagine if that's the only thing I did with Linfield Llama. If I won a Scottish Trophy and that was it. Ten Hag's made a triple change on 70 minutes. Okay. I think as long as Newcastle don't win, we're happy. We'll all be happy. On paper, everyone's playing really well. Do you know what I mean? That's the thing. That on paper, everyone's playing great. Do we keep Calamari as a poacher or as a pressing? He's a poacher. That's fine. Right, let's have it. Come on then. Dungannon away. Dungannon away. Marked improvements all round, please, gentlemen. If United recalled Ahmad and we gave you a Langer on loan, would you take it? I've not seen enough of a Langer, to be honest. He was at Rangers, wasn't he, I think? But I think losing Ahmad would be a huge blow for Sunderland. A huge blow. Because he's like properly on form as well. I think losing Ellis Sims is a big blow because right now they've only just got Ross Stewart back and I don't know how injury free he's going to stay. There's obviously still talk that he could even be sold in the January transfer window, and that's the most Sunderland thing ever. It's classic Sunderland if anything. So yeah, I think Diallo's a player that can sort of create something out of nothing, and I think that it'll be interesting to see what happens if he goes back to United. Is he ready to go back to United? I don't know. Like, it's a bit like Alice Sims. Like, if he's going to go back, then like you kind of think they're going to go straight back into the first team and get football. But if they're not, then you wonder why they're being recalled. I mean, obviously the argument is they're going to be training around better quality players every single week, and therefore by default they should theoretically improve. But surely a young player improves by playing football matches and getting minutes under their belt. I don't know. Alanga hasn't had a loan. He has scored in the Premier League and the Champions League. Oh, okay. He's Swedish, isn't he? Alanga? Am I thinking of the right guy? Maybe Alanga's moved to like Rangers or something on Footy Manager before, and I've just said, there you go, that makes sense. Sims could be back in January if Everton changed their manager. That's not a bad shout, actually. Although Everton don't actually have any money to probably sack the manager. I mean, Lampard's got to be ready to go now, surely. Yeah, Ahmad was at Rangers, yeah. And again, forgive me if I'm wrong, I don't think he had a brilliant season at Rangers last year. Certainly not what he's having at Sunderland. But that's another year of development, so it's not like a like-for-like comparison, obviously. Hardly played. But then again, there was issues, I think, with the Rangers team last year, wasn't it? They weren't 100% keen with Van Bronckhorst, I think. So again, who knows what would have happened had he played? Maybe he wouldn't have come to Sunderland, then he maybe wouldn't have got, wouldn't have felt like he's got a point to prove this year. There's loads of like ifs, buts, and maybes, isn't there? So it's a nice ball at the top, intercepted, lovely by Warry. Bring that ball down, Kinsella back inside, Hudlin, Mikason gets his head up, Callum Archery's in there. 2-0. This is the Dungannon we remember. 27 minutes, 2-0 up. I'm sorry, I'm running up and down the touchline like Jose Mourinho celebrating at this point. What a great time. I find it interesting that Callum Archery's a little bit more like, oh, I can go and get these headers, and Hudlin's like, oh, me tall. Would you take Ahmad permanently if you could? Oh, 100% if we could, but I don't think that Sunderland have the money to make that happen. Because you got to think, like, the way that football is now, it's probably like a 20 mil, 30 mil maybe, because he's young. I mean, you're not getting much change out of 20 million, let's be honest, are you? Really. Young player, loads of potential. From Man United, they don't need to sell. So there's a possibility he plays in the Premier League next season. So you want to kind of like offset some of your loss. Does Sunderland have £20 million for spend on one player? No, not at all. Not at all. Would Sunderland be better spending £20 million on various areas of the pitch? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think there's more. I think they could spend 20 million quid much, much better if they have £20 million. Would you take Mejbri on loan? I think it depends on what league they're in. If they're still in the Championship, then absolutely. If they're in the Premier League, I think maybe would he be a champion? Would he need more Championship minutes next season, or do you think he's ready for Premiership football next season? Because there does seem to be not like an official link-up, but not an official link-up, but there does seem to be a Hughes gets his goal offside. What? This is the thing. He's having a great time at Birmingham at the minute. Now, I'm certainly not one to suggest that we take him out there, but rumour is that Rangers have offered Ross Stewart a pre-contract. Could be true. That could be true. He did say next season, Lama. It's like Hannibal. Like, the part of me thinks Hannibal's going to be a brilliant player, but then part of me thinks he's also not going to be a brilliant player. If that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Like, so maybe he needs more Championship minutes. I don't know. I mean, Lama watches him, or at least Lama's potentially seen him a bit this season. I don't know what you think, Lama. Is he ready for a step up to the Premier League, or is he another give another season worth of championship experience, possibly. City got 10, 20 million for the youngsters they sold to Southampton, and none of them have got first team appearance. Yeah, exactly. And then like you look at like Liverpool always managed to negotiate good deals for their youngsters. I'll always use the £15 million for Jordan Ibe and £20 million for Dominic Solanke argument every single time, because they did not represent value for money in the sales, but people pay the money because it's Liverpool. Like, oh, you know, he's come from Liverpool, therefore he has to be good. Not really. Like, all football clubs have bad players in them, and all football clubs have players that don't fit systems. You know? So just because they've played there doesn't mean that they're brilliant footballers. You know, it means that they were good when they were 7 or something. We take Charlie McNeil permanently. Where's Charlie McNeil? At United, again, a player I've not really seen much of. I'll be honest, I still don't watch a lot of Premiership football. So, and even like some of the younger players, like I suppose the so-called wonder kids, I'm not 100% up on. There's a lad called Pele who was quite good. He's coming through the youth system now, so he might be handy. Brazilian lad, keep your eyes out for him. Owen says, have we now won all the trophies at Barry? Huge! Can't split Hannibal and Chong up. I mean, their hair's a bit too good. You've now moved to the dreaded Northern Ireland, currently at Crewe United. Oh, okay. Have you got Shavin? You've got Jack Shavin still at the club. Cooper assist. Everton have scored a penalty in 92nd minute. Lampard's job is safe for another week, as he's only lost 4-1 this week rather than 4-0. Oh, he's gone, has he? Never mind. Have you got any of our Banbridge boys in? Oh, that's a lovely ball. That's a great ball. That's the sort of defending that we had at Dungannon. Just letting players run through the middle. Just not watching. They learned that from us. You've got Michael McGavitt in. Nice. Everton fans are singing, we want Lampard out. I mean, the writing's on the wall, isn't it? As well, you've got to think, they've got that new stadium next year coming. The transfer window's open. They don't have money to spend. But they need to do something that makes it look fresh, right? You know, look what happened at Villa. They got rid of Lampard and guess they got a great manager in Emery. But there's a different feel about the club now. Like, you know, they've actually won games and they look decent. You know, that's a thing, isn't it? Which squad? Viva, Everton's. It is massive, and it's full of average players as well. That's the problem. Like, you look at sort of who they've signed, and it's like, didn't they have like Andros Townsend and stuff, and Theo Walcott? Just random players that you sort of go like, why have they bought these guys? Like, there's no thought process there. They've not invested the Richarlison money well. But then again, you know, you can argue that loads of teams struggle when they sell a big player. How do you spread that money around? But yeah, DLC's obviously been or DCL's always been injured quite a lot. So, you know, your talisman striker isn't even on the pitch. So that's going to be an issue. But just worry, you know, just worry. They've still got Townsend again. A good player, but is he a player that's good enough for that level? Like, that's what you got to ask yourself, isn't it? Like, in a relegation battle, is Andros Townsend what you want? Is he gonna be enough to get you something? I'm not convinced. And they've terminated Rondon, and they've, you know, loaned out Dele Alli for like, no, that's Tottenham, isn't it? Tottenham loaned Dele Alli to Everton, I think. Or did they not do it for free? So it's like loads like sort of daftness. Like, did they get James Tarkowski as well? And Connor Cody. So, like, on the face of it, like what they've got is they've got a third season football manager team. Do you know what I mean? Like, they've just bought players who you kind of go like, all right, these guys are coming to the end of their contract. Let's just get them all in free transfers. Because, you know, there'll be decent squad players and we'll work out who we're going to actually bring in and sign as proper targets. And the proper targets just haven't turned up. So they've been left with their backup signings that they've all agreed to sort of like sign on pre-contract agreements and then went, oh shit, I forgot about that. That's what Everton feels like. And looking at their sellable assets, there's not a lot there. Like, Pickford's not going to generate as much. Actually, no, Pickford probably will still get a reasonable value. But who else? Ben Godfrey? Is he still going to bring in some cash? Not sure. Leighton Baines, does he still play? Probably. Lama says there, Lampard and Gerrard both victims of leaving clubs where they will learn their trade too soon. Lampard spotted what would come in financially at Derby. Gerrard could have done 2 more seasons in Scotland. I think you kind of got a point there, Lama. Like, Gerrard, and I said at the time, Gerrard to Villa was a bad decision for everybody. Right? It was never going to work. Gerrard now is in the situation where he's probably too proud to go to the Championship and isn't going to drop down, isn't going to want to learn the trade. No Premier League club's going to take a gamble on him. Like, do you know what I mean? No one's going to do it. And even if they do, it's going to be like someone like Southampton. And is he going to want to go to Southampton? Probably not, because he's going to think he's bigger than Southampton. He's clearly not going to go to Everton. Lampard, for all his thing, has kind of at least had a try. He went to Derby first, as you say. Knew there's a bit of an issue with some stuff, like with the finances. There is talk that Gerrard was Beale that was the brains behind the operation. You know, then Gerrard's turned down Bruges. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, where his offers are literally coming from. No, there's no club in the UK, and he won't go to the UK. I think he'll go to the MLS. I think if LA Galaxy come in for him, he'll go there. You know, to sort of show his legacy, for want of a better phrase. That could be a thing. Like, you know, that just feels like a Gerrard to LA Galaxy, and again, wins nothing, right? He did all right at QPR though, didn't he? Beale, he did pretty well with what he had. I think they certainly turned them around and got them playing some football, but at the end of the day, you know, the players at QPR, I can't believe I'm saying this, players at QPR probably aren't as good as the players at Rangers as well, you know. And there's a reason he jumped straight back there, that's for certain. You know, he knew that was the club he wanted to go back to, and he was like, right, I'm going straight away. And at the end of the day, Gerrard also benefited from, I think we've said this a couple of times, I've certainly said this to a few people actually, Gerrard benefited from Rangers playing behind closed doors. Like, Rangers is so difficult. If you're losing after 20 minutes at home, or you're not winning after 20 minutes at home, Ibrox turns against you, right? And it's like, it becomes so difficult. Like, when there was no fans in the building, it was easier, quote unquote, easier for the players to be a bit more free, a bit more natural. Like, you know, then you then feel like you can do a few more things. Add to the fact that was the worst Celtic team for God knows how long as well. Like, you know, you're right, A15, like, if COVID hadn't happened, Gerrard would have been sat that season, because the fans would have turned. They would have been straight over it. Do you know what I mean? Like, But it's all ifs, buts, and maybes. You know, at the end of the day, his record now says he's a SPFL winner, right? You know, you play where it lands. Like, you play what's in front of you. You know, he can't have that and be like, oh well, you know, it's fine. Yeah, I won the title because of COVID. Like, you don't need the context. Like, just put that he won the title. That's his thing. He found out very quickly when he went to Villa in front of fans that it's not that easy. You know, you feel like Carragher would be a better gaffer than Gerrard. Maybe, Aaron. That's an interesting thing. Dean Smith was in charge during COVID too. Gerrard still would have been sacked earlier. I think Gerrard. See, the thing with Dean Smith is that what Dean Smith had at Villa is that Dean Smith was a Villa fan, so he got players playing for Villa, right? He got players like Tyrone Mings performing, like and you know, being proud to be a Villa player. McGinn as well, and he got the best out of Grealish. You know, that's the thing. Grealish had so much to prove that he was like, right, I've got to do this. And again, there was nobody in the ground getting on their back when things weren't going well or going, you know, or they're making tactical mistakes. So again, you can be a bit freer. You know, hence why there's results like when Villa beat Liverpool 7-2 at home. Like, everyone would, you know, it's just, you can just do those things because you don't feed off the crowd, or the crowd don't negatively affect you. That's why Liverpool was struggling so much, because they were saying, oh, you know, the Anfield bounce gives them an extra point or whatever. There was a study, wasn't there? I think it was Germany, because they had no fans first. And I think they showed that away teams generated more points during the COVID era than pre-COVID, the season before, because it was just a leveler. Like, there was no atmosphere to dictate the game or change the game, or you know. So it was interesting. But Carragher for a gaffer's an interesting one, though. Oh yeah, obviously, yeah. And Gerrard was at Rangers at the time. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, when Gerrard turned up at Villa, it was very much crowds open, in you come, don't talk about Liverpool. I love Liverpool. Great. Here he goes. I'm about to sign loads of players from Liverpool. Of course you are, Steven Gerrard. Now, if you're buying players like Coutinho, who's going to sign for Villa, that suggests that nobody else wants Coutinho. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got to worry. Like, if even Newcastle didn't sign him, you've got to worry. But yeah, I wonder what's next for these Lampards and Gerrards, and Paul Scholes hasn't managed since Oldham, so don't know what he's going to do. Great tackle by Duffy. No, apparently we're not going to contest that, are we not? Fine. Why am I very defensive? We've only been very defensive. I've clicked something badly there. Uh-oh. Ball through, keeper's come out. It's a Jameson. A Jameson scored. Good ball through. O'Brien's not quite switched on to that, I don't think. Steam Power constantly is upset. And I'm wondering if it's because we're playing him out at fullback. I wonder if we move him into the centre, would that work better? Maybe give Wari a rest. Bring Boys on at left back. I get my new gen name. Yes, you can, Mrs. J. That's a good point. Yeah, we'll sort you that one out, actually. Oh. SPFL trophy might not be ours. Partick Thistle much better than Linfield. Is this a bad result? Maybe? Don't know. Yeah, I think the problem was, Mrs. J, is that we obviously left the club that we initially had you down for. But yeah, you can have your new name. Similar level. Yeah, I think that's the idea, innit? It's frustrating though. Play down the right hand side has not really made any difference at all, has it? In fact, they're coming down our right hand side more. How's Alex Good you doing? Good question, Dave. Good question. He's either doing really well or he's learning a trade somewhere. Come on, we're the favourites apparently. We're better than this. Are we though? Are we? That's the question. Are we better than this? It's always a difficult one to answer. Right. Let's take power. Let's put power in the centre. Boys can go there. What's the best new gen name you've seen? I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't know if I don't really think we've seen these silly ones. Not that I can tell, anyway. Actually, let's make him a carry-out, actually. And then move Kinsella as a centre midfielder on attack. A ball winner, maybe? We need to get the ball somehow. Mikason's not having a great game, so let's put Scannell in. Ian Rees, how are you, buddy? Welcome in. Actually, I tell you what, no, let's not put him in just yet. Let's put him there. He can go as an inverted winger, like that. Try that side. Linfield. How are Linfield? We're doing well. Linfield are good. You've joined us as we're 2-0 down against Park Thistle, so let's ignore that bit, right? This is the SPFL trophy where we play teams in Scotland. We were top of the league, but we've lost a game now, and then we've won in the second game. So we're sort of, this is going to be the second defeat of the stream tonight, and actually the second defeat of the season. But overall, I think we've got something about ourselves. I think there's something there. I think maybe we need a second striker on as well, actually. Maybe Duffy comes off for Hughes. Just have to wait straight to their player. Can't quite clear it. Oh, that happens, doesn't it? Sometimes the defender doesn't quite get enough on it. He should just boot it out the stands, but he figures I've got an idea, and then he can't get back in position in time. Great ball back in. James with his second goal. Alright, come on then, Duffy, off you come. Time for Hughes on. So yeah, a bit of a shame that it looks like we're out of this cup already. But it means, we can look to progress when we go to Scotland and try and win it then. That's the thing, right? Hewland, Power, O'Brien, Kinsella, Douglas. Not having a great game, mind. Cooper's on a 6-3 as well. I think we've already made too many changes. Alright, Evans cornering. Straight at the keeper. It's alright, it's fine. It's disappointing to be down like this, but obviously now we've just got to make the best of it. We knew ourselves when we called ourselves Winfield that this is what would be happening. Nice ball back in. Calamarchi with a decent header. Boys, oof, we got away with that one. Hewlin, Evans. If we get one, then we're back in. We've got some sort of momentum, you know what I mean? This is better. That's right, Evans. Press him, press him. Oh. Calamari's not following up. Kinsella. That'll do, well done. Got to try and strike when the Calamari's just having none of it, isn't he? There we go. Ball back, Hewlin. Corner. It's been all Linfield at this point. That's the thing. We need to get one goal, and then like hopefully we can start to like sort of consider a bit of a comeback. But at the minute, not yet. Offside. Our ball again. Cooper goes for it. We were trying to harry them and try and make them force an error, but holding the ball well. I feel as our chance has gone, maybe. Nicely intercepted, that'll do. Hewlin comes deep, Calamari's away. There we go. That's what we needed. We needed one. Okay. Hewlin, Calamari finally muscles himself. Gets those elbows in. Shrugs off Boyle. We need more of the ball. Get the ball back to us again. Decent block. Corner though. Still time. There is still time for us to do something here. I guess we just need to ride this moment out. That's right. Keep them where they are. Don't do anything silly. Force them back. We are pressing. We've got on super pressing as well. Can't even go higher. That's as far as we are. A bit wider, maybe. Be expressive. Try and take a few more chances. Cooper back inside. Hewlin's coming deep for the ball. Kinsella, Calamari. It's all well and good, you know, knocking the ball around there, but we need the ball forward. Kinsella over the top, Calamari. In a decent area though. Oh. Wild defending. Evans. Cooper. Kinsella. Can't get the ball through. Scrappy in it. It's scrappy. 15 minutes to go. Like, thing is, I don't really want to change anything because I know that we're playing well with we've got all the ball. Calamari with a header. Let's turn you to central midfield on attack, actually, see if that helps. Carrier and Box to box seems to be working nicely. Just wonder whether that's now enough. Boys is away. Inside to Evans. Oh, we've put one back. Head, heart and balls, welcome in, appreciate the raid. This is a good time. This is a good time. We were 3-0 down against Partick Thistle in the SPFL trophy. We've just pulled it back to 3-2. There's 12 minutes to go. How was your stream? Welcome in. Welcome in. What can we do? Let's go a little bit more direct. Great assist from the Partick defender. Absolutely. Appreciate the follow as well. Head, heart and balls. I mean, if anything, we've shown desire in the second half, right? No. Oh. It was obvious that was going to happen, wasn't it? We've been all over them this second half. All over them. Unbelievable. I bet we get a third as well. Straight at the defender. That's a dreadful shot. Oh, Brian's on his own. Sula takes it through. Wilson nods it to Sinclair. I mean, the players are dead on their feet. They've literally given everything straight at the keeper. Great save. Just lost to Port Stewart whilst home, whilst being the better side. This is going to be a long ride. Hey, you've seen how it works, Owen. You've seen how it works. Northern Ireland, although great fun, is stressful as shit. First ever stream, brought 0 viewers with me. Mate, do not worry about how many viewers you bring in. Don't apologise at all. The fact is, you've had your first stream, right? Did you enjoy it? That's the main thing. Who you're managing, and also everyone else in my chat, go and drop head, heart and balls a follow then. If it's his first stream tonight, click on his name, give him a follow, and yeah, let's also help raise some numbers there. I appreciate the raid though, genuinely, man. That's awesome. Anarchy Ali, welcome in. First time chatting on the stream. Nice to see you in. Oh, yeah. Tell me about the stream. Who were you? Who are you managing? Let's say we'll give you some love over here. Evans just muscled off the ball. Good ball at the top. Cadamartri's just done. Like he's just got nothing left in him. Jameson. Oh, great save. Yeah, okay. So we'll tell you what we're doing here. This is the British Steel Challenge, okay? And the plan is we need to win every single trophy in England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. And it's brutal. It's brutal. We've won 3 trophies in 6 years. This is our 4th club in Northern Ireland. As you can see, we've got passing the space on Chuck. Yeah. Name's David and I'm managing Sunderland. There we go. There you go. You're one of us. You're one of us. You're fine. You'll be alright then, head and heart and balls. How are you finding it? It's torture, innit? I've got an offline save with Sunderland. They were a beater save of ours. Second time round because Arsenal didn't work out. I guess it depends upon... I guess the question is going to be, really, is who you're playing with, Chuck. Because there'll be some teams that just don't have the ability to pass into space. Have you got players who've got good off the ball? Have you got players who've got good pace, good anticipation? That's what you need to look at. If you haven't got those things, then maybe passing the space isn't the thing. Also, if you're playing like defensive football, then maybe not do that either. You want to keep things tight. Ricky D, welcome in, appreciate the follow, and Swoo Gaming as well. So thank you very much for that. Also, Llamas hit it right. Passing to space is fantastic if there's space. low block, high tempo tactics work perfectly. Handballs, I've watched your streams before, and your stand-up show, and the documentary. You're the perfect choice for the first raid. Mate, thank you so much. Genuinely, I appreciate that. It's very, very kind indeed. As I say, hopefully, it's not the last stream you'll ever do, then it's definitely the what we hope to see more of you in the future. And like I say, I appreciate it, genuinely. It's always nice. It doesn't matter, sort of like, never sort of worry about like, oh, you know, I've only brought so many people. People do think that as well, which is understandable, but like, just for me, I'm very much like, look, it's cool, right? We're all in this together. Like, you know, the fact that you're sort of like, this is what Twitch is all about. Twitch is good in the sense of like sort of creating a community to sort of like build upon, and we all you know, we all want the same things essentially. You know what I mean? Like, we all want to try and like get people watching the stream, like sort of seeing how we get on. So, you know, it'll build. Like, you know, it's difficult. The thing is, you got to like obviously remember that you kind of got to like sort of try and put, as difficult as it is, try and put your chat out of your head, you know, like, and say, right, I'm just going to do what I'm doing here. This is going to be cool, and like, I'm just going to sort of enjoy myself, because it is really easy to get swept up with the numbers. It's really, really easy. Once you distance yourself from that and you're okay with it, you'll notice that you're much more chilled out, and you'll have a nicer time. Appreciate everyone that's followed you. Nice, man. See, this is the thing. This is what we do. Like, you know, it is that sort of community thing where people will just, you know, jump in, offer a bit of support. Evening, Pima Rock. Welcome in. Nice to see you. Hope you're well. Pace and acceleration, our strongest attribute, might be good for us. Chuck, who are you managing, Chuck? Pima Rock. Saw some of your stand-up yesterday, but I loved it. We're watching the rest of it this week. Appreciate that. That's very kind. Thank you. It feels so long ago. If it was so long ago since that show. Long time now. Right, so let's have a bit of a tweak around on this one. But funny enough, I watched the stand-up show this morning. Nice. Today seemed like a good day to be watching some Football Manager based stand-up. So I appreciate that, everyone. We've had some moments where I'm just like, should we bring that back? So, you know, we'll see. Newport County FM21. Nice. Very good. I've been FM clean for 6 years, got back in on the 20 on FM23. Comes to us all. Just can't get away. Drags you back in. Dave Goodger, what TJ said, also taught the streamers if the chat is full, even if it's just you talking to yourself. That way when you do get eyes on it, it's not a quiet stream, they're jumping in. Yeah, exactly. And you live in Blythe as well. Nice. There we go. How do you feel about the team so far this season? They're not doing well. Not doing well at all. It's a bit sad watching them, unfortunately, this season. A little bit disappointing, but there's a lot of football still to be played. Obviously, the issue we've got right now is that we've lost a really, really sort of like important game for morale, I think. More than anything, that look at 2 defeats. This is bullshit. We haven't had this level of stress with Linfield just yet. What was your reaction when Sunderland went up to the Championship? Brilliant. CJ Mack, wait a minute, I know this guy from a podcast I listen to. Hello CJ Mack, welcome in. Presumably it's the Football Manager Show. If it is, welcome. Appreciate you being a listener. Of course, if you haven't listened to the Football Manager Show, make sure you get on it. It's out every single Wednesday. Comes back next week. We've had a little Christmas hiatus, a little Christmas break. Myself and RDF loaded up on turkey and pigs and blankets and stuff. So we are back. So if you haven't listened to us, get a little subscribe on that, download it, and then you'll be all caught up by the time it rolls around next week. So come and hang with us. Also, as well, you have to come and try out the Sheffield Wednesday challenge. Gotta try that. Gotta try it. It's in the Discord as well, by the way. So I know it's the other podcast. Yeah, another comedy podcast listener. God, well, I mean, that would be nice to meet both of you, to be honest. That podcast was great fun. To be honest. Ditch, I will get some more hydrate. I got a mention on 5-star once. Yeah, I was on 5-star as well. Love the pod. Look forward to every week. No, that's cool, man. That's awesome. Get a bit of hydration on the go here. Also, as well, if you are into your podcasts, check out Football Manager Therapy as well. By the way, that's my old podcast that we had before the Athletics. So go and give them a follow. Also, CJ Mack, appreciate the follow. Very kind, buddy. Thank you for that. But yeah, go and listen to Football Manager Therapy as well. And if you haven't already joined the Discord, we popped the little link there as well. So come and join the Discord with us. Next up for us is Cliftonville away in the County Antrim Shield quarterfinals. Then Ballina Mallard in the Bet McLean Cup third round. So we've got the potential to push ourselves through 2 cup competitions here. We also have the possibility of being knocked out of 3 cup competitions back to back. Let's not consider that as a possibility just yet, because that would be awful. No problem if I didn't do streams. Yeah, no, it's man. Yeah, we've been. It's a weird one, like, so we've been doing it for 2 years now, and we've just about got ourselves into the Twitch. Will say it's 3,000 followers. It's not. It's 2,956 at the minute. So we're doing incredibly. We're very, very happy with the numbers. We're very happy with sort of the amount of people that come and join the stream and follow and watch, and it's just cool. Like, it's just nice. We sort of chit. We chit. We chill out. We chat. We have a bit of back and forth and that. Mrs. J, you still in the chat, by the way? You want your new gen, don't you? Also, Alex Goodger. Real Bedford, nice. Alex Goodger currently is looking for a club, Dave. So he made 2 appearances for Banbridge, but yeah, he's currently moving back home, I think, buddy. CJ says, I want to get stuck in the community challenge and Christmas break, but I started a tier 10 with Wakefield. I've not slept since. I mean, tier 10 gets you involved, doesn't it? Absolutely does. Chuck Briskets, after my first full season in League One, my players' value shot up even though they didn't improve much. Is it to be expected? Yeah, because they're now championship players. They're championship players now, so you can command bigger prices for them. So, right, who do you want then, Mrs. J? How are we going to work this? Usually it's a youngster from the team, and then you have to think of a name for them that isn't anything to do with Steven Gerrard or Liverpool based. I think it's Taylor Swift, isn't it? We're going to try and do. So how do you want to do it? So if we're taking a player from, we'll take a player from Dungannon, wasn't it? There was going to be the and change their hot prospect. Shane Nolan, he looks pretty decent actually. He does look actually fairly good. So you could turn him into a Taylor Swift. Or how do you want to do it? What do we think of Barry Fry? Asks Geezer Dre. In what sense? What's he done? Has he done something bad? Do I have to consult Twitter to find out that Barry Fry's done something terrible? New show, Larger Than Life. That was at the Glee. Just having a quick read here. Is he like a sort of director of football at Posh, is he? What do I think of him in general? In general, he's just an old school wheeler dealer, isn't it? Like, probably a bit of a prick, but very much of his age and of an age, and then like you kind of like miss characters like Barry Fry. And I know there's gonna be someone in here who's now gonna be going, oh yeah, but like he was a racist, and it's like, oh shit, was he? Right, sorry about that. Barry Hercules, good shout, Mrs. J. So I'll tell you what, you can either have a Dungannon Swift there, or who's our best youngster for Barry Hercules? Chris Henderson. He's a left back. Although he gets the crowd going. Good crosses, good acceleration. What do you want? Do you want a left back Barry Hercules or a midfielder Barry Hercules? What are you reckoning? Because I'm happy with either. To be honest, he might end up playing this season the way that Barry ain't no left back. Get him in the midfield, yeah. Right, Andy's at Dungannon as well. Okay, so big Barry Hercules. So Shane Nolan is no longer Shane Nolan. Shane Nolan is now Barry Hercules. Barry Hercules. Animates was probably my favourite podcast that we've done. There you go, Mrs. J. All sorted for you. Jude McDowell is the best one. Again, defensive midfielder for Banbridge. They make midfielders there. Animates all the way, right? Like and again, we've sort of had like conversations about like, should we try and bring animates back? Like, would that be a thing? You know? Mrs. J is insistent that she's like, you should just do it. You know? I'm like, yeah, but there was a few of us involved in it. We can't just sort of like instantly go, I'm having it. You know? But it was good fun. It was very good fun. Because it was silly. And silly is good. Still holding out for the revival. I think that's the thing. I think like one day it will happen. And it'll be like, oh my God. It's back. Technology has improved so you can all film your houses. There is that. I mean, obviously, one of us doesn't live in the country anymore, but it's not a massive concern. I think it'll be decent. TRS Ball 3, welcome in, appreciate the follow. Twitch stream it, could you imagine? Do you know what I mean? That would be a thing, wouldn't it, could you? Streamy. Would I recommend FM23, asks Tom as a clown. Yes, I would. I absolutely would. But it depends on whether well, I guess, right. Can you afford it, is the first question I ask. What was the last version of FM you played? Did you like that? Because if you played FM22 and you loved it, and you think, all right, is it worth the upgrade money? I don't know your situation. But personally, I like it. There's days where I feel like I'm the only person in the community who does like it. Lots of people complain about it, and I don't really understand why. But for me, I think it's brilliant. I like it. It's definitely working. There's definitely the match engine's better than last year's. Ignore a couple of little glitches and stuff, but yeah, for me, I think it's very good. It's good because it's a leveler. Because like all of a sudden, just popping a downloaded tactic in and hoping for the best doesn't work. You've got to literally engage with the game and like sort of go, oh, why does that role not work? And what do I actually need to do right now? ooh, look at that momentum shift. Now what do I do? What if it's your first FM? If it's your first FM, then definitely jump in on it. Like, you know, there's so much. There's like loads of really helpful advice around now as well. You know, we mentioned earlier, my podcast, for example, is a good way of breaking through bits of the game that maybe you haven't looked at before. There's loads of little sort of helpful bits as well in the game, inbuilt in it, so they'll explain what's going on. Each role has got a little sort of explanation as to what it does. So yeah, it's definitely worth doing, especially if you're into the simulation side of stuff and the management side of things. Like, if you're into playing and physically trying to alter the game, then it's not for you, because like you just can't do that, unfortunately, with the game. It's not how it works. But if you like the strategy side of things, then yeah, absolutely. So let's drop that back then to Carrier. Double yellow card in the midfield's not particularly helpful for me. There is value for money, Gudgy, you're right. You are right. You worked out there, you played 290 hours so far. 13 pence an hour. Bargain. Oh! Steam power. What a header. If you want to impact the game, put all your points into motivation. Yeah. What I mean is like if you want to like physically impact the game, like you score the goal, you pick the pass, you do the cross, then you have to do FIFA. That's what I mean. Like, because some people will be like, I can't believe he's not crossed that, or I can't believe he's played the wrong pass. And going, yeah, you can't really do that. You can't change anything, sadly. Yeah, we've done over 1,000 hours, 1,500 hours, easy. I know you are. Don't worry, Chuck. Ian Roddick, welcome in. Cooper Calamartry. 712 hours so far. Jesus, one baby, what have you been doing? Have you just left the thing running overnight? That's hardcore, right? What do people complain about compared to older FMs? Oh, like we could be here all night, to be honest, Chuck. At the minute, the current complaints are goalkeepers are broken, centre-backs don't work, what else is it? Decision making's wrong. You know what? I've given up. I've given up listening to who's complaining about what these days. Just bored of it. I'm just just play the game or don't play the game. Nobody cares. Just stop whinging. You know? Start as soon as I wake up. When I finish, I turn off. Nothing different to anybody. Yeah, I guess there's that. There's that one, baby, yeah. 700 hours is good work. Chronic's on 500, so that's pretty decent as well. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see, some of the things that I've seen people complain about, I'm literally going, we've been on this thing since launched it, and I haven't seen that problem at all. We've seen one or two odd goalkeeper animations. Fine, whatever. We've seen one or two odd defensive animations. Fine, whatever. But I've not seen the way that things are described, I don't know. I just try and avoid it. I'm it works for me. It's no longer just a. It's no longer the sort of all right, let's just download this, plug it in, it'll work. Because it's not meant to do that. That's the thing. There's a few defensive things that are weird. I think people expected more on launch day, despite not being given any indication that they should expect more, and therefore they got themselves disappointed. That's always a difficult one to take, isn't it? Well, that's a great win over Cliftonville, though. Knocked them out of the league, the league cup. Sorry. GOT, welcome in. Appreciate the follow there. So that's the quarterfinals of the County Antrim Shield done. We've just in the semi-finals now. Mr. Rymo, appreciate the follow. Thank you for that. Some people, it's often people who make content too, so much crying. Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. There's a load of content creators are complaining. As I say, I just look at it and I'm like, for me, I'm like, I can't see a problem, really. But each to their own, innit? That's the thing. Ian and Laclosian just sampling some Champions League football with Portadown. What? What did you? Have you taken the team to a match to watch there? That's a very, very generous of you. You won the first leg against Sheriff Tirapsol, 2-1 up against it for the away leg. Hey, congratulations! That's a hell of an achievement. Well done there. We've just beaten Cliftonville in the County Antrim quarterfinals, so the semi-final will happen in November. Tell the old boys who played text match engines, don't sweat like the little stuff. Yeah, this is the thing. Oh geez, you know what I mean? Like played games back on the Spectrum, the Commodore 64. Call a match engine tweaks don't affect me. So Antrim Shield versus Larne. The only team to beat us so far in the league. We're back. We need to be back there. We need to beat them. Yeah. Get back on it. Sure, I started on the Commodore 64. Actually, if we're going to go to the proper thing, I started on the BBC Micro, which is when I originally started. Way back in the day. I think me and Llama, we both know what's going on. BBC Acorns. You won the league with the lowest ever points tally, 68 on goals scored, goal difference equal. Oh, mate, that's amazing. Congratulations, man. That's incredible. Well played. Very proud of you. Very proud. Linfield first firm favourites for the Bet McLean clash against Ballina Mallard. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed. One baby. My first computer was the Commodore 16. Commodore 16? I'm going to have to Google that. What's a Commodore 16? $16K. Ah, right, okay. I don't think I had one of them. 1984. It would have been around about me though. The VIC 20 we had access to. Yeah, we had that. Commodore 128, the Amiga. Commodore 16. Don't think I had a 16. I got 50. Okay. Monk 2 is cool. What trophies have we won? Right. Not many. This is going to be fairly quick. We have won the following. We have won the... we've been promoted from the Danske Bank... the Blue Fin Sports Premier Intermediate League, which is the third division of Northern Irish football, basically. We got promoted into the Blue Fin Sports Championship. We've previously won the Intermediate Cup and the Mid-Ulster Cup. And that, sadly, is all. So far. But we're now with Linfield. We're hoping for a much better outcome as we go, because we've just won again another cup game there, so very happy with that. So hopefully we can keep moving on. Got another cup match here against Ballina Mallard. So we just won the County Antrim Shields. Went to the semi-finals of that against Larne. This is the Bet McLean third round. We've just unfortunately been knocked out of the SPFL trophy by Partick Thistle. Never mind. IT lessons at school, playing some kind of RGP involving witches. RPG. Gudger, yes, Gudger, absolutely. I remember that as well. The massive 5.5-inch floppies as well, weren't they? They were proper big ones. Those bastards. Like that. Ballina Millard, yeah, they are beatable. They are beatable. We just obviously have to make sure that we can do that. So I'm gonna bring Palmer back in. Douglas might need a little bit of a rest. either a great decision or a terrible decision, because I don't know if we've got enough players to sort of essentially bring players in for backup and be like, how's about we bring some backup players in? Because I've got a feeling that's also going to like just collapse the team. Steen Power's a little bit tired as well, so maybe bring Worry back in. What Brian could do with the rest as well, if I'm honest. Calamatri up front. He's still getting goals. Computer-wise was the BBC, I meant Champ Manager, first played on the 64. Yeah, the old Championship Manager was like a tracksuit manager and things like that. Look at those red things. Don't know what they're doing there. I'm meant to have them. Oof. This is the sort of form that beats us, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So Linfield in the blue, visitors in the white. LMA Manager, yes, geezer. There's also, do you remember Ultimate Soccer Manager as well? This has definitely turned into one of those like, hey, do you remember this? Jimmy the bus driver, welcome in, appreciate the follow. Ultimate Soccer Manager was good. I think that was the first one where they had like bribes and things like you could take bungs on transfers and like throw the game and stuff. The boys at the back post. Get back in. Giving the ball away. Embarrassing. I'll probably tie in with a couple of those animation issues I said before, going like, I remember when there's a couple of animation issues here. Sensible World of Soccer was the greatest. Absolute greatest. Won at Barton. Good tackle, Kinsella. Very good, because I had my heart in my mouth when you went to the ground there. I thought, he's brought him down for a penalty. Thankfully not. Smash the police service who are weirdly top of the league right now. What? What are they doing up there? Wasn't expecting that, right? O'Brien, Mikason, Kinsella. Lovely ball. Calamarchi with a great run. What about that? That's a hell of a goal. Look at this for picking up a pass. Mikason, Kinsella. How does he spot that run there? Keeper gets a hand to it. Back of the net though. Gee, any tips on instructions for scouting? I can have the best scouts in the league, but can't come up with decent players. How many assignments are you making them do at once? Because remember, there's only going to be a certain amount of those scouts. You don't want them doing too much. You want to get them focused on one thing. Don't have them sort of like scouting for multiple positions or 3 or 4 leagues or whatever. That's obviously going to think about yourself at work. Like, if someone gives you loads of things to do, then you don't do the best, do you? You sort of want to focus on it, 1 or 2 things. So that's what I'll do, and just keep your eye on it. Keep your eye on it. Also, as well, it depends upon things like your scouting package and stuff, your ranking in world football. Duffy makes it 2. Duffman says, oh yeah. 15 to 16. No, I think they were Steam, Dave. But maybe they've removed them. I'm not sure why. Steam library 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Well played, Dave. Well played. 10 was definitely disc, I know that much. But yeah, 15 and 16 definitely Steam, because I remember having them on my MacBook. And 15 was an absolute bugger. It was like so slow. It was unbelievably slow. It was great though. Like the match engine for it looked out of this world at the time. But yeah, it was just painful. I remember I was Burton Albion on 15. '16 was good as well, though, because 16 they actually fixed the issue with it. I think it was just the fact that it ran badly on a Mac. Yeah, there you go, you might have moved it. Oh, Mooney, one of our players from Dungannon. Makes it 2-1. 15 was your most ever played, was it, Chunder? Telford save, nice. That might be where you're going wrong, G. Got you. Right, yeah, if you've got them doing loads and loads of stuff, then it's obviously going to be, you're not going to get the best out of them, so give them like 1 or 2 things to do. And again, make sure that lines up with your recruitment meeting and stuff and your recruitment focus. Because again, like, say you're looking for a left back, but your recruitment focus is, your recruitment meeting is like for centre forwards, then you're not going to get a left back because you've essentially told them all to start looking for centre forwards. And if they're scouting like sort of multiple tournaments, like, oh yeah, go for this under 21s or this World Cup, or a great save by the keeper. Then it's going to be an issue as well, isn't it? Usually Brian Kinsella heads away. I think they made a change actually, because we're starting to let them come back into the game here. Who's starting to tire? Boys is a little bit, isn't he? Right, put power on. Brian as well, actually. RC24, welcome in, buddy. Nice to have you in. Appreciate that. How was your stream? You were at the gym earlier. Oh, you weren't at the gym. You were actually in the house working out, and it's like going, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna get my stream on, get my pump on. Nice way to do it. Why not? Kinsella, Wilson. Kinsella back inside. Mikason sells the little shimmy. Katamari heads it over the top. Have a throwback session playing old FM. But we did that, didn't we? We had we put the FM10 on from the Blythe Spartans set. That was really good. That was a great stream, actually. Can't do that now. I've not got a disk drive on my new computer, so can't do that anymore, sadly. Calamarchi nods it on. Calamarchi got 2, I think he has, hasn't he? So I feel bad for considering bringing him off. Nicely played back inside Scannell. Calamarchi nods it down. Mikason, Calamarchi, there's the hat-trick. What a piece of play by Bailey Calamarchi. Unbelievable. Wins the header here. Essentially it's a 1-2 of Mikason, isn't it? There's the finish. Gets the match ball. Oh, he's got 2. Duffy got the other, Duffy got the other, didn't he? I feel bad considering to bring him off now. But we really need to get Hewlin on there, don't we? Try and get him amongst the goals. Duffy tries to clear it. Actually, we'll bring Duffy off, I suppose. Put Calamarchi down a bit. There you go, that'll work. Actually, you know what? Let's just rest him. Bring him off. 2 goals is good. Hudel off the post. Keeper makes a save. Evans with the corner now. 3-1 up. So should move us through in the Bet McLean as well. Obviously Hewlin's the target man. Evans thinks about it. Cleared away. Cross back in. Oh, to nobody. Oh, Hewlin's got any goals. Oh, thought Hewlin had it there. Bailey's been superb. Bailey's been superb. Like, thank you for recommending him, to be honest. He's done the business. Absolutely done the business. Steam power. Back post. 4-1. Scannell with the header. Steam power at the back. Better than his attributes suggest. He is, but he's still young, that's the thing. So it's like remembering that and then thinking, well, actually, we're in the top division of Northern Irish football. Like, yeah, it's reasonable level. It's certainly not Premiership level. It's maybe League One or something. Would he get goals in League One? Yeah, probably. Oh, Mooney's away. Oh, what a save that is by Gražic. That was a great bit of animation, wasn't it? To get that one arm punching up over the top. Prediction for the Wolves game tomorrow. Who are they playing? Mooney scored again. Poor defending at the back post, isn't it? Yeah, everyone's all set nicely, but nice little ball back in. League One Championship at best for his old, I imagine. Yeah, I think so. That's a reasonable assessment, to be honest. 21 shots, 11 on target. They've had 9 shots. I'm a bit frustrated that they've scored 2, mind. Possibly about to score 3. Good block. I think, to be fair, I think our signings have worked out pretty well. Mikason is on an 8.8 in this match. He's been fantastic. Kinsella, great ball in. Kinsella's just a new gen who was at the club anyway. Steam power! Oh, what about that? From a centre-half / left back. What about this? Pick this right out the net. Oof. Postage stamped. What a strike that is. Doesn't look like we're done either. No, we are. We are 5-2. That'll do, won't it? That'll do. Right, we're in the next round. We're in the next round of the cup. Just a bit of an understatement there, isn't it? We just won 5-2. Got Ballymena next in the 4th round. So that's the quarterfinals, in fact. So again, we're in there or thereabouts. Don't say it too loud, Tony. Don't say it too loud. Don't think about it. We've got Glenavon next in the league. Dust the players down. Make sure everyone's fit. Start again. A couple of players are knackered, like Owen O'Brien, for example. 3 days, is he going to get refreshed, do we reckon? Steam Power's knackered himself out. He played 45 minutes. He's tired himself scoring bangers. Which I appreciate, by the way. I appreciate the figures that bangers are his thing. Got to now keep the thing up on Cliftonville. Is it Cliftonville who are top? Cliftonville and Larne. We've got 2 games in hand. banger at bottom of the league. Yeah. Don't think they're expected to just to knock off Ole. Welcome, Jimmy. Welcome. We're trying our best. Fahy will lead to the physios. I feel like we've got matches coming quickly, like left, right, and centre. Like it's just like relentless. Which I think is understandable. Still lacking a coach as well. Maybe a goalkeeping coach. Do we even need a goalkeeping coach? He barely has anything to do. Ron Ferguson's out for 8 weeks. There's the backup goalkeeper out. So now we've got to worry about potentially a goalkeeper injury. Hopefully not. Everyone's starting to get back towards fitness though, so that's pretty good. That's where we need to be at. We need to know that. Dropped to 4th now. I mean, come on, really? We're gonna say 4th? 2 games in hand though. So it's not the Curtis Davies. I even like to look myself and like, Curtis Davies? No, it's different one. Different one. So Glenavon, then Cliftonville. Okay. Then Crusaders, then Ballymena back to back. Then Larne, Glentoran, Warren Point. I mean, yeah, these games are going to come thick and fast, and they're all going to be tricky games as well. There's not going to be easy matches, which I know is so cliche to say. Every match is going to be like a 6-pointer. Right. Tell you what, give them the same team. Can always make some changes if needs be. Carry on as if you did in that last match. 5-2 win. More of that, please. Glenavon have lost 3 in their last 5. Okay, let's give them something to think about, shall we? We're in blue, Glenavon in the neon green and navy. Lovely bit of possession football there, wasn't it? Start of the game there. Just, oh yeah, just knocking that ball nicely around the middle there. Just retaining possession on the halfway line. There's Boys. There's Cadamartri. That is 1-0. Evening, Alec. Welcome in. Do I know Bossy Man? He's banged you. I don't know, mate. I don't know. I can't help. Maybe have a chat with their mods, see what the reason was. But yeah, welcome in. Don't get banned here. Oh, nicely intercepted. Meekison's a little bit isolated out there at that point. Duffy going up with his feet, wasn't he? This doesn't feel good. Nice tackle. Cooper, he's away. Great cross. Cadamartri. He's pretty much ripped the net off. What a volley. What a finish this is. Like, I'm convinced we've conceded a foul at least on the halfway line somewhere here. Then Cooper goes down the line. I'm like, is he going to get fouled? No. Bailey Cadamartri is going to smash that into the net. And I feel sorry for anyone who's behind the goal because that is coming through the net. It's got fire on it. 2 shots, 2 goals. XG of 0.43 at this point. We're giving Glenavon what they need. Very nice indeed. Match watching tonight from Tony. Yeah, this is happy so far, isn't it? We're doing all right. Keep our eyes on some players here. Cancella's a little bit tiring. Palmer. Mikelson's on a 6-5. He's having a great game. He had an 8.8 in the last match, so he's obviously used all his powers up in the cup game. So we can potentially look to bring him off and get someone else. So let's put Scannell on there, actually. Give him a different run out. Try something a bit different. You can also move Kinsella over to the... Sorry, not Kinsella. Cooper over to the right and get Scannell work as an inverted wing cutting in from the left. So again, change up some options up there, which I think they wouldn't necessarily be thinking about. So let's do that, actually. Inverted winger there. Also, Palmer we can bring off for Douglas, I think. Actually, no. How's Palmer getting on in terms of fitness? 6'7". Maybe Kinsella's the guy that comes off then. There we go. Right. Slight change there from the in the midfield as well. Kinsella's doing decent, right, isn't he? I'm about to bring him off for Douglas, but he definitely works that midfield really nicely. We'll change Palmer to Carrier again as well, because that seems to be a nice combination as well. Carrier and Baldwin, a midfielder. I've got in the Sheffield Wednesday save for the Athletic. I've got a Segundo Volante and Baldwin, a midfielder, or a Segundo Volante and an anchor. And that works really nicely together. Really nicely indeed. Wilson Cooper gives the ball away. Well, that's got to be a goal, surely. Offside though? Yeah. Right, we maybe need to think about this, so possibly the goalkeeper's already gone down, been like, no, we're okay. Decent header away. Cadamartri. We're going to close out. We're going to close out. No, we're not. Ooh, great save. Actually, what we're going to do, we're going to change that to drop off. Keep them high, but drop off. Rather than stepping up, I think. Because you don't want to encourage them to come at us. 2-0, let's just go discipline now. And maybe don't pass into space. Just see this one out, I reckon. 2-0 up against Glenavon. Over the top, thankfully. I mean, we kind of got away with it a little bit. Like, obviously, they had that goal disallowed. They've definitely come back into it 2-0 down. But I guess having that comfortable lead at the start's definitely helped us. Thinking maybe the switch to Carrier wasn't the right one. Yeah, they've just sort of like seen it and went, right, you know, we've got a better system. I'll do 3 points. Wasn't pretty, but we did it. I mean, look, first half blitzed it. Second half, we definitely let them back in. Definitely let them back in. Well played. 3 points is 3 points. This is all we need. Just need to keep chipping away, and then we go back top, and we've got a game in hand, which is against Cliftonville. So, win that. 4 points clear. And now we're starting to build something, build a bit of momentum going. You know? Rooney sacked by Hull. So yeah, Cliftonville, then Crusaders. Then we need to start looking more at another cup game. Russell Denny, yeah, we like Russell Denny, but he's not going to come to us anytime soon. We are just trying to sort of spin through as quick as we can, because we want to just get towards the end of the season, really, don't we? We want to sort of get some title of some description. Dawson's the lad from Norwich that we trying to sign. Will you ever re-upload the Sunderland save to YouTube? Yes, I will actually, Ryan. Yeah, that's a good point. I need to get that done. I finished season 2. That's my thing. I slowly finished it. I changed my formation, and it just went off, and I was like, that makes more sense. I got a so we were playing as a 4-4-2, and then we went to a sort of 4-5-1 essentially, and then I went to a 4-3-3, and the partnerships that we had just worked really nicely. So it's just kind of been the way. We've just got the achievement for the People's Champion. So how does that work? What's my what's the People's Champion one? Hello, Jebaroo. How are you? Welcome in. Big shout out for Jebaroo, by the way. If you're not following Jebaroo, you should be. He's the host, well, the co-host of the FMT podcast. He's the host of the Path to the Playoffs, the FM Playoffs. He's going to be by my side in Drafts and Crafts. He's going to be with us over the playoffs weekend as well. Basically the head honcho in charge of direction, to be honest, and also streaming as well. Dave's even given him a shout out as well, so there you go. Double shout out. Look at all, you're not at least schooled in the Champions League. Second leg 4-0. Good luck, good job. The Champions League is not part of the challenge. We did the same. We did exactly the same. Look at that. We beat Petrolul 3-0 in the first match of the Conference League, and then lost 5-1 in the seconds. Double shout. Did you hear my Zlatan news? No, what's your Zlatan news? Dare I ask what Zlatan news is? There's a lot of green on this list, isn't there? Joel Collins looks like a fairly decent player, as does this Graham Curran, by the way. Best striker left Pescara, so the board got me £5 million and they're out of debt. 69 goals in 56 games. I saw you talking about this guy, and he was like, he seems to be the man, doesn't he? So whereabouts are you now then? Are you in Serie A now, Jebaroo, or are you still in Serie B? Serie B. Zlatan was on a free. He wants £525 a week, so £20,000 a year. What? 27 grand a year for Zlatan? Was he just pay me expenses or something? Did he just want his bus fare paid? 42 years old, top of Serie B. Yes, I love that. I love that so much. And I bet he's still doing it. 20 for natural fitness. Well, yeah, he's an Adonis. Of course he is. Is the left side their weak area? Okay, interesting. Right. Tempted to rest Cooper, actually. Put Evans in tonight. Steam Power's back, so Warry can come out. I think we're good to go. I think we're good. Let's get ourselves on this then. Cliftonville away. This is the match that's gonna... We're already top. This would buy us a nice little bit of cushion, you know? Give us a 4-point buffer, which we'll be very happy with. Cliftonville have lost 3 games out of their last 5. We've lost 1. So... Meekison's the question mark to us. I really should have thought about bringing Meekison off. Maybe we believe in him. Maybe this is his game, he comes back again. To be fair, all roads go through Bailey Cadamarby, really. Evans with the free kick. Oh! Justified his selection after 2 minutes. Top corner. 1-0. What about that? Great strike. Pings it up in the top one. That's just a goal up. That'll put us 4 points clear of Larne. And we've still got a game in hand as well. Larne are losing to Crusaders, who we play next. Crusaders moving up to 5th at this point. Cammy Palmer, Duffy, Kinsella, Meekison almost gets it through to Duffy. Oh, was that Meekison, I think? Who decides to just smash it from 20 odd yards? Callens off the crossbar and goes over. I tell you what, Cliftonville haven't got out of bed in this match, have they? We've turned up, we've had our porridge. We've had a coffee. Here's Duffy. Duffman makes it 2. Beautiful stuff. I mean, who says 4-2-3-1 Gegenpress is overpowered? I have. I've said it all the time. No one's listened. I'm trying to prove it now. Larne 2-0 down to Crusaders. Unbelievable. Bailey Cadamarby hasn't even scored in this match yet. I mean, until now, of course. Until now. Of course he gets a goal. He's not going to leave himself out of the goal scoring malarkey, is he? Porridge, coffee and wheat mix for second serving. Or Hutch, yeah. Like, our boys are hungry. They've carb loaded for this match. Cadamarby makes it 3-0. Hewland sat on the bench going, do I need to come on, really? Am I needed, Gaffer? Maybe stick you at centre half, possibly. Hughes if needs be, but don't think we need you as a striking threat at this point. Ricky Dickey, April 21st, my leading goal scorers finally made it to double figures. Hey, that's what we're talking about. Where are you at, Ricky Dickey? What's your team manager on? We've all been there with that one. Oh, that was really awful. I've never got 4-2-3-1 to work. See, I'd never play it. But kind of look at the evidence. Do you know what I mean? Look at the evidence. It seems to be a thing that's just like, oh, this should work. Oh, it does. Yeah, okay, fine, it does. Yeah. Crystal Palace, nice. Palace is a good save, I think. I think there's definitely a lot of like good young players in that side that you can build teams around, or young players that you can sell for loads of money and then buy new ones in. So, a Palace your team in real life? Are you a Palace fan? I like the idea where also like 2 strikers. Yeah, exactly. And I like 4 across the midfield and like 4 at the back as well. in the Sheffield Wednesday challenge, I've got 5-3-2. So that's working quite nicely. Juventus had 165 million to spend last summer. They made me £6 million, and now this January I've got 171 million to spend. Ooh, nice. What year are you in, ZQ? Who have you got your eye on? Curran from Sunderland. Yes, nice. You're South Shields lad. Well, I'm Washington, so nice to have you in. Obviously, a Sunderland fan as well. Cracking to have. Oh, real life, they've got 175 million. I mean, the thing is, I wouldn't necessarily believe the accounts of Juventus at this point. It's a possibility that some of their accounts are wrong. So I'd take it with a pinch of salt. Oh, that's a decent effort, isn't it? That's not a bad effort at all. I think it's because Power knows he's coming off. But yeah, pick that out. Still haven't had to deal with over £1 million. Yeah, I sold players for 650 and a 50% profit for the next sale. I see the profit for the next sale is only good if you actually make a profit on that player. Otherwise, you always want the percentage of next sale rather than profit. Because if they then sell that player for like £500,000, then you don't get any money. Oh, Kieran Evans makes it 4. Justifies his inclusion over Cooper. 2 goals. Douglas, great ball in. Evans drives at the defenders. Up in the top corner. Keeper's got no chance. Absolutely pulling up that chair and sitting at the top table here. Lana 3-2 down against Crusaders. He's 23, expecting to progress the next term. Got upset and refused to extend with us. I mean, this is what we've got with O'Brien, to be honest. Like, he looks like a really good player, but he's got a buyout clause of 475 grand, which is nothing. You know? And he's going to go. And he's already worth 600 grand, so we're already going to lose money on him, which is stupid. Ziku, it's arse being a Juventus fan at the minute. Let me just quickly watch how this one plays out. It's hard to change clubs now. If Juventus stop existing and becoming a Man City fan. Oh no, be a Torino fan. Be a Torino fan rather than a Man City fan. Don't just suddenly go, I'll go where the money is. That's not the way to do it. Born in Sweden, moved to Turin when you were 8. Whereabouts in Sweden were you from, Ziku? Because could you go back to Swedish football? Because I used to be an Aston Villa fan, and I've gone back to supporting Sunderland because they're my local team, my original team. Granted, they're now in the Championship, so they're still a bit higher than I would like. Because I just don't like the Premier League. Don't like it at all. 4-1's a huge result. Excellent work. Dr. Begruman's son given. Nice. Not to boast, on 10th of December, my 4 strikers got 76 goals between them. And that is like, yeah, not to boast, your strikers only got 9 goals. You've now got 10 goals. I've got strikers who've got 76. That's excellent work. You follow Sand Vicken. Excellent. Can't believe you're not a lifelong Blythe fan. I'm an honorary Blythe fan, Cardinal. That's the thing, I'm an honorary Blythe fan. As I say, they're struggling a wee bit at the minute. I guess I'm almost like unattached. I'm like a free transfer. You know, we were. What have you missed, Lewis? I mean, just green, mate. Just green. We beat Cliftonville 2-0 in the Antrim Shield quarter-final. We beat Ballina Mallard 5-2 in the Better McLean Cup third round. We've beaten Glenavon 2-0. We've beaten Cliftonville 4-1 again. One baby, born in Gateshead, will die a Gateshead fan. There you go. That's the spirit, one baby. We're about to play Crusaders now. Then we've got Ballymena. And then we've got Ballymena in the quarterfinals of the Bet McLean. And then the semi-final against Larne. And then we play against Glentoran. And we're top, by the way, as well. 4 points clear with a game in hand. Missed all the wins. Yeah, we turned it back around, thankfully. Also, you've missed Bailey Katamari, who is now currently on 12 goals in 9 games for the league. 18 goals in 14 games overall. So, yeah, he's doing fine, isn't he? He's doing all right, that lad. The recommendation for Katamari has definitely paid off, by the way. So thank you for that one, Barton. Bet McLean draw is today, semi-finals. Let's see who we've got, shall we? Drum rolls. Ballymena or Linfield versus Cliftonville or Coleraine. Larne or Crusaders versus Dollingstown or Glentoran. There you go. It's going to get interesting, isn't it? We need to get ourselves in the best position we can do to try and win some trophies. That's why we're here. And if we can do it this season and then move on, great. And then it's back to losing, which is where we feel more natural. Things are going to feel better there. Going, oh, do you remember when we used to win games? No. That never happened. That was all a dream. Do you know what I mean? Where do you think each club will finish in the Premier League? Oh, I don't really care. I'd like every single club in the Premier League to just be served a notice to be like, really sorry, but we've decided not to bother next season, and and good luck with that, and just leave it at that, and have them all be like so now what? And be like, yeah, just nothing. Yeah, it's not happening. Bye everyone. Maybe that'd be quite funny for a bit. You all want to move to Dubai, so just go. All of you. Away you go. Look at that. Supporters are loving it. A+ from the supporters. The board, C. They're satisfied with the results. Just satisfied with that. One defeat in the league and a bad result against Partick Thistle in the SPFL trophy. Sitting there going, I can't believe you lost a league game. Why have we hired you? So the country should focus more on bread rather than the circuses. Sorry, exactly. Should have allowed them all to bugger off and make a Super League. They should have done it. Because the thing is, you get all these clubs will then have to sit there and be like, they all thought they were going to win the Super League. That's the thing. They hadn't worked out that at some point someone would be sat bottom of the Super League. You know, and if Liverpool are sat bottom of the Super League, or if Man U are sat bottom of the Super League, or Paris Saint-Germain are sat bottom of the Super League, like, are they going to be happy that they left? Probably not. They hadn't worked that bit out, did they? ZQ, I did play for UVA youth team in 12 to 17. Nice. Got dropped, trial for Torino a little more than a month before. Also got dropped now, studying for my coaching badges. ZQ, I love this. Then you got into Football Manager 5 years ago. That's awesome. What position were you? There's the ball for Calamatri. Should have been 1-0. Favourite player in every English league is United. I'll probably run out of knowledge very quickly. I'm just going to say Dennis Bergkamp. I know he doesn't play anymore, but Dennis Bergkamp is the answer whenever anyone says what's the best player. He doesn't play anymore, but he would still be the best player if he did play. Nicholson brings it down nicely. Evans. Lamore heads it away. O'Brien gets it away. If they've ever played, is it Bergkamp? Possibly, although I must admit, Maradona's pretty good, isn't he? That Maradona play was canny. I don't know. I think it's just like a really strange thing. Can you pick one? Can you pick one player who's like the favourite ever? I guess Bergkamp probably is my favourite, really, because of the fact that like he sort of like turned me on to how I would like. He sort of played the game the way I like to play it, and like I sort of wouldn't necessarily say modelled myself on him, but like being what a strike that is! Someone get that clip. That is an absolute thunder bastard from the fullback. Watch this. Here we go. Defender clears it to my left back, who hits that. What a screamer that is! Unbelievable. Yeah, the thing with Bergkamp is that, like, I used to play up front when I was young, but I wasn't built. I had no muscle. I had no strength. I had decent pace, but I used to drop deep. Like I used to sort of come off. I used to play like a sort of number 10, but they didn't really have a number 10 in the 80s in the northeast. So watching a player like that, sort of being like, look, he can do this sort of things. Obviously, mobbing off things like Maradona and that, seeing all that as well. So it was just interesting to see. Least favourite player of all time. I mean, that's a tricky one because, like, I mean, do I really need Dominic Solanke to be on a list? Like, do you mean like player that I hated, or just like player who's just looking at a player who's just shit? Because there's loads of players who are just shit. Like Duffy's put it over the top. How have you missed that one? And who would I class as just shit? Nile Ranger. There's been so many, mainly at Villa, to be honest. Between watching Villa and Sunderland, I think I've seen a lot of shit players. I think players like Jack Rodwell, for what he did to Sunderland, he's probably got to be up there. Like, just someone who's just so shit, stealing a living, 60 grand a week, could have been given the chance to just leave and like help the club out, and he was like, nah, you've got a contract. Like, I'll just stay here. Like, come on, you're a prick. Like, I get that he's got a mortgage and that, probably, but like, come on, if you're a professional footballer, leave, go and play football, you know. So that'll probably be one up there. Di Canio, I love and hate equal measure. Yeah, if it wasn't for the fact he's a fascist, you could kind of get on board with Di Canio, couldn't you? I don't know. There's just so many players that I look at and be like, I'm on the spot now. Like, who do I detest? I went through a phase, and you'll know this one, Lewis, as an Oldham fan. I went through a long period of hating Andy Ritchie because he scored the goal in 1992 that effectively ended Villa's title hopes in the first ever Premier League at Villa Park. So Oldham stayed up, and Villa didn't win the title. So things might have been really, really different back then. So I used to detest Andy Ritchie for a little bit. I'm over it now, though, to be honest. Not like Neymar, bit of a drama queen. Yeah, again, I'm not sold on Neymar. I don't like. He's great. Don't get me wrong, he is great. But I sort of look at him like, is he top tier level great? Am I missing something? Like, I wonder if I'm missing something with Neymar that other people see that I can't fully see. It's likely. It's very likely, but I always like Darren Eady and Jeremy Goss. Oh, they were part of a good Norwich side. They were part of a very, very good Norwich side back in the day. Rule Fox as well was part of that side. Brian Gunn. Chris Sutton, of course. A Norwich side that went and beat Bayern Munich in the Olympic Stadium. Chat for Richie, Matt Ritchie's magic. He wears a magic hat. Yeah. Oof. Over the top. Andy Ritchie. I suppose maybe like someone like Anton Ferdinand would be a bit like, not least favourite player, but just like a player you look at and it's like, oh, just why? Like, why? Especially when he turned up at Sunderland, you're just like, why have you signed Anton Ferdinand? Or when, like Phil Bardsley or something. When Villa signed Habby Bay and Ulysses de la Cruz. Just literally looking at those two signings going, why? Why have we signed these two players? This makes no sense. Oof, over the top. I tell you what, let's rest Calamarchi. Let's put people on there. Worst and best Sunderland player you've seen. Worst player was probably, I guess Tyson Nunez was got to be up there really. He wasn't very good. Best player I've seen, Super Kevin Phillips. Unreal striker. On his day, absolutely unplayable. Like the last English player to win a European Golden Boot at Sunderland. Of all the teams, Michael Bridges as well was a player mind. Like watching him come through the youth system, he was really good. And we saw Shea Given the year before he went to Newcastle as well, and he was 16, and he became first choice goalkeeper on loan from Blackburn, and he was first choice goalkeeper, and he was brilliant at 16, outstanding. Then again, Pickford looked incredible. No, Michael Gray was a great player. Nicky Summerby could put a cross in. Callum McFadden, yeah, he's not very good. But I guess right now Diallo looks like a right talent. I've not seen him play live, so I can't say how good he is. But if I ever hate Kevin Davis, worst striker in the Premier League, which squares me every time, says Jimmy the bus driver. I've got a lot of time for Kevin Davis though. Like he's part of that Sam Allardyce school of thought, isn't he? Like little angry striker. Thoughts on Joe Royle? Great goal, Kieran Evans. I did an after dinner with Joe Royle. I did a gig where, so how it's worked, obviously I don't know if people in the chat really don't know how this works. So you have like a night, and there's a meal, and people pay to go and like listen to the former football manager talk about football, and then they get a comedian on as well to basically struggle for 20 minutes because nobody cares. They listen to the icon, the legend that they've come for, and you go on and tell jokes after them, and it normally goes badly, and it goes really bad for me because I'm not really designed to do those sorts of gigs. Like my style of stand-up is not conducive to that sort of show, and I did one with Joe Royle, and he's lovely, he's so lovely, but the gig ended up with me trying to convince him that me doing Football Manager is the closest that I will ever get to being Joe Royle, and he looked a bit confused. Yeah, good. It was a terrible booking. It was a terrible booking. I got paid well for it, but it was a terrible booking. I should never have been in that situation. There's loads of people who can do it. I'm not one. But yeah, Joe Royle's very lovely. I'll tell you who else is nice. Rennie Muhlenstein. Rennie Muhlenstein is very, very lovely. He was just at a gig once, to be honest. And it turned out another comic used to work in football, And he was like, yeah, Rennie Millenstein lives next door to me. So he came across the gate. I was just like, that's class. I often tell the story about how bad things were when it was when I did the Tranmere show. Well, you know, Steam Power started dropping hints he wants to play in a stronger squad and might consider leaving us. Oh no. I mean, it's fine. Right, let's see if anyone does come in for your Steen, right? Brian Connolly's concerned. You must go out on loan, that's fine. We can get you a loan. Don't worry. It's alright. What is it with people wanting to take your job in this save? Oh yeah, it happens. It happens. They're all like, none of them are buying into this mission either, are they? They're all like, yeah, you see a gaffer, I can see what's going on here. I'd like to go somewhere else. You're like, why? Why would you want to do that? Well, Sunderland 97, 98 squad was incredible. Brilliant squad. Tim Cahill, there's a good player as well, mate. Tim Cahill. A lad who got so many goals with his head from being quote-unquote not massive. Excellent player. Now, look, don't go kicking off, right? Let's see what the next few months have in store. Good. That's right, next few months, rather than just, you know, kicking off about the fact that he's playing, clearly, and, you know, in a slightly different role that's working for me. Thoughts on Oldham in general? I was looking to do an Oldham save, actually, as part of this year on the game cycle, but I was worried that I would get sacked too quickly, so I was like, yeah, you know, Oldham would be class, like a really, really great job, that. But then I was like, what if I get sacked? That's going to ruin the whole thing. Just having a quick little nosy around for next year, to be honest, at this point. But yeah, I think you've been badly treated by owners in the past. I think that it's good that you've got a local owner involved now and some sort of fan involvement, which is always good. And yeah, I just hope that there's going to be a turnaround, and, like, you know, that you do come back, because it's a shame to have that sort of like label of the first team who were a Premiership side who are now non-league. It's like you don't want to be that team, you know. Nobody wants that as their sort of like recognition. So yeah, hopefully it works for you guys and you get back out of it. So that's the thing. It's hard to get sacked when you're playing 4-4-2 in FM23 with Oldham. I would still manage it. Somehow. I have a special ability. Still waiting for an Oldham Scunthorpe National League North save. I mean, let's see. We've got the British Steel to do. There's still a possibility, as out there as it could be, that when we get to, you know, National League North or National League South, that we go on a tear up with one team and we just keep going and going and going. That's a possibility. It's quite unlikely, but it is a possibility. So 4 points clear of Larne at this point. We've got a game in hand. We're about to face Ballymena. We've got our red and black away kit on. They're wearing sky blue. Let's see what we can do. Larne are playing as well. They're playing away from home, so we can keep our eyes on their result. Actually, more importantly, keep our eyes on our own result. There's Duffman. Hits the ball into the prison. They're away at Warren Point. O'Brien, Douglas, Wilson down the line. Nickerson. Oh, nearly. Lose the ball, do we? Yeah. Win it back. Douglas back inside, gives it away to Mahoney, who's going for it. Oh, he gives the ball away now, boys. Evans over the top. Go on, Calamari, that's yours. Calamari to Mikason. Oh, keeper makes a bizarre save. Absolutely bizarre save. Slight bias, we're kind of enjoying the Oldham's league position as a National League club fan. The fans were so disrespectful to the division when they came down. All sorts of Tim Pot comments, slagging off Dorking, etc. Happy to see you struggle in the Bastard League. What a header that is from Danny Calamari. And you know what, Chundi, I get that. I get the fact that the fans are going to be upset that they're coming down to any division, and a lot of fans think that they're going to bounce straight back up, and then they realise very quickly that, like, oh shit, this is a difficult job, you know. There's an arrogance with football fans, and it's partly because of the fact that they're embarrassed, you know, and they're hurting, so they lash out. That's the thing, you know. But I guess the sensible football fans, if there are, and there are, you know, many sensible football fans, they can look past that and be rational and be like, yeah, it happens. We're down there now. We've got to make the best of it. Try and do what we can do and see what goes on from there. You know, in the National League, there's a shitty owners and him getting rid of our old good players, bringing loads of shit. French players sacking loads of managers, scrapping the club staff and youth, scouting to its bare minimum. Thanks to protest, we're happy right now, especially after that second Notts County game. Now, you don't see it's all. Sometimes, you know, you end up there and you have to do the full rebuild. Nobody would wish that on any club, of course, obviously, but at least you've still got a club. That's the thing, Lewis. At least Oldham is still there. They didn't go to the wall. They didn't do a bury. You know, Scarborough have been out there. Darlington have been out. You know, loads of clubs are sort of like folded. At least you're still hanging in. That's the main thing. So Larne are beating Warren Point, so that's something for Larne, at the very least. Duffman, Douglas, Wilson. Douglas can't quite get the ball at the top. Evans nods it down for Boys, who has a go again. He's got an idea for goal, hasn't he? He's feeling it right now. Warren Point have equalised against Larne. It's 1-1. Hoping to survive relegation. Yes, we're glad we're not a Bury. Yeah, exactly. That'd be the thing. Like, it's like no matter how bad it is, there's always a team who've got it worse. You know, Chunder were perennial non-league. It's quite fun to watch the clubs down. Say they'll walk it, then struggle. It happens so many. National League looks like League 2 version 2 right now, and that's the thing. Like, the more these clubs come into the divisions, drop down, and realise how difficult it is, the league starts to strengthen because there's more experience down there. Like when Sunderland went down to League 1, I think they probably thought, we should be able to bounce back. They probably didn't. They probably knew deep down, they were like, this is going to be hard work because the players aren't there. They don't want to fight. But each year, look at League 1 now. You've got Ipswich down there. You've got Derby in there. You've got Sheffield Wednesday in there. Like, just gets stronger and stronger, that division. The Championship, of course, is the one. That's the best league in the world right there. Anyone can beat anyone. You know, everyone's like, get a couple of results, you're in the playoffs. Lose a couple, you're in relegation. But then you lose teams from the Championship, which is a strong league. All that does is make League 1 stronger. So you're right, the non-league is going to get better in a horrible way. Like, it does get better because there's better teams getting relegated. Mikason, what a finish. Champions League table's insane. I think, yeah, isn't it something like that all clubs are closer to the relegation than they are to the title? Or am I wrong? The Championship's brilliant. Best league in the world. Like, when Villa got relegated to the Championship, I was like, you know, this is class. Like, yeah, the Premiership's been crap for a few years. We've played awful. We've been losing left, right and centre. It was nice to see a couple of wins, but it was also nice to see them try and have to try, and going, we're going to have to scrap for every single game here because everyone wants to beat you. You know, you get a target on your back straight away. You're the big fish in the small in the pond. Everyone's like, right, take them down. They raise their game. It's their cup final. Again, cliche to say, but it is, isn't it? 10 points between relegation and playoffs. That's what you want. It's the best league. It is the best league. Oh, here's Cadamarteri. Turns provider for Evans. Should have done. He was shaping up. Thought, I've got this. Goes to smash it. Just puts all of his foot through it. Palmer. An effort. We'll put Scannell on. Power launches it to nobody. Evans picks it up. Back inside. What a ball that is to Scannell. Oh, should have finished it. Even Sportsman, how are you, buddy? Loving the championship. Daft thing is, I don't know if I want to go because we're not ready. Exactly. Cadamarteri with another goal. This is the thing, like, you don't want to go out of the championship because it's like you're grafting in there, you're learning. Go to the Premier League and it's like, great, now what? 4 wins a season? Excellent. Bit rubbish. It's a bit rubbish. You know, Mowbray's onto a good thing right now. Like, I think we all know that when Mowbray took over, it was like, Tony Mowbray, really? That's a bit of an odd appointment. It looks inspired right now, doesn't it? Yeah, no worries, Lewis. You get yourself off, buddy. We're back on tomorrow, to be honest. So if you're about tomorrow, come and hang. Hopefully try to add some more wins to the Linfield league table. League campaign, I should say, sorry. Keeping Armad is going to be the baller. If we can keep him, we'll do well. It'll be classic Sunderland. We were discussing it earlier, to be honest. It'll be classic Sunderland to lose him, Ellis James and Ross Stewart all in the same window. Like, it just feels a very Sunderland thing to do. The ball over the top. Wilson's been quiet out there. It's a great finish, though. Good, Jay, no worries, buddy. Take it easy, man. See you soon. Made the New Year Wednesday. I'll hold off until the next FM show pod. Nice. I'm just about to get there. Cadamarteri with a great header. I'm not quite there yet. I'm about to get into December, and I'm like you though. I think I found that one little tweak that I needed for the system, and it's seeming to work. So you, if you want to keep going, feel free to keep going. Some people have obviously gone racing ahead, which is totally fine as well. But it's starting to become a decent challenge, that Sheffield Wednesday one. And I am doing it the Yorkshire way as well, so only Yorkshire signings for me. But yeah, we'll catch you all tomorrow if you're leaving. That's cool. 4-1 against Ballymena. Now we've got to go and beat them again in the cup. So puts us, so we stay 4 points clear. We've got an 11 goal swing in terms of the goal difference, so that's handy. Giovanni Gannon, I think, is decent. Dorset's still good. So quarterfinals, Ballymena, we just smashed them 4-1. Then we've got Larne in the Antrim semi-final. Starting to heat up a little bit, innit? It's starting to heat up a smidge. This feels weird, seeing all these, like, you know, good performers, isn't that? Podcast is back on Wednesday, Sportsmad. Next Wednesday, I should say. Sorry, not tomorrow. Plays ball in Kingston upon Thames. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, you need to double check the filter, because you don't want to be ending up getting players out. Or Kingston, Jamaica as well could also turn up. He's also missed a few places off as well. So places like Beverley aren't in there. So there's a couple of players in that you can maybe get that aren't on that filter. But yeah, Torquay have offered Jamie Mulgrew a job as manager. So we're under 18s. Okay, fine. Need my search for a star TJ jingle. I mean, yeah, imagine if we actually considered it. Someone tweeted us saying, get Joe Devine from Tifo to do it. I was like, Do you reckon? Do you reckon he'd do it? I don't know. I don't think so. I think the fact that we're holding off to with our sort of like ridiculousness is sort of keeping us. There's like an air of authenticity about it at this point, isn't it? Rest Mikason, they're saying. I don't know. Mikason had a good match there. I think we put Palmer back in. Kinsella can play there, can't he? Vision of 11, passing of 8. Douglas, passing of 13, but vision of 9. Right, okay. O'Brien's now on by Bristol City. Do we rest O'Brien? Can we rest O'Brien? That's the problem, isn't it? How do you spend search for your player of the week? So it comes from obviously from suggestions. So if anyone's sort of got a position that we'll go for, we'll do that. And then from that point, I'll just load the game up and like just literally jump into it and be like, right, who looks half decent? As you can see, I probably spend less time doing it than Aaron does. and then we go and we just simulate away, and that's the season. So it's an interesting way of doing it, and I think it's fun though. It seems to work quite handy. I'm tempted to put Evans there actually. See if that works. Let's see, I've got two strikers two centre halves who probably need a rest. See if we can give them 45 minutes, and then because we need them for the semi-finals as well. So Ballymena obviously 5 defeats on the bounce now. Last defeat came against us in the league a few days ago in fact. You go for unknowns, he goes for top 6. Well, that's the thing. See, I like to just go for that. That just intrigues me more. I'll go through the list and I'll be like, all right, they look all right. So it's just however long it takes me to get through the database, to be honest. So there's always someone out there, because again, it's like, there's a reason that he probably gets more success out of it though, because he's looking for players that that are better quality. And I'm like, yeah, how about this guy? And it's like, no, Tony, that wouldn't work. So at this moment in time, coming up to half time, we've 0-0. Douglas is on the yellow card. I'm playing badly as well, 6.2. They're going to ping the ball over the top, aren't they? Okay, that was a thing. Almost a comical goal there. Rajic makes the save. I think hammering them last week was the worst thing we could have done. So obviously now they're like, we'll get you next time. Also not sure that Evans can play in that shadow striker role. Cooper back inside to Boys. Cooper, Boys, Calamarteri. You know Danny Calamarteri's on the pitch, you know there's a goal coming, right? What a man. And I'm going to keep calling him Danny Calamarteri all the time. It's Bailey Calamarteri. What a header. Gets up. Defender's got no chance. Keeper's got no chance. We take the lead. This is more like it. We're back in doing what we do. Let's bring Douglas off. Put Palmer in. Let's put one in actually for O'Brien. We can always bring Warrior on if needs be as well. We are going to have to rest those centre halves for the semi-final. Ball back. Wilson hooks it back in. Palmer turns. Gives the ball away though. Had loads of space, loads of time. Picks the wrong option. Parkhouse is through. Oh, it's off the line. Let's bring power off as well, actually. Let's do a double defensive sub with within minutes of restarting. Dragic's out. Collects. Calamarchi nearly goes through. Evans battling away. Oof, great challenge by Mikkelsen. He's gone flying in. Looks quite compact now. We need to create some space, I think. Try and spread the play. Cooper's having none of it. 6.5. Evans looks lost. He doesn't play shadow striker at all. Oh, Parkhouse is through. Great finish. Actually, you know what? Let's bring Cooper off. Let's keep Cooper off. Evans can come off. Cooper can stay on. Put Duffy on. One all. Mikkelsen's not having a great time either, so Scannell maybe? Oh, don't need to do anything. Just need to give the ball to Kadamari. That's all we need to do. Just let him have the ball. This is before we even bother bringing Hewlin on. 2-1. Scannell's on now. Actually, I've got an issue there as well. Inverted winger. Nice head away. There comes Duffy. Brings it away. Looks up. Oh, Calamari's in the middle. It's got 24 goals already this season. Bailey Cadamartri is on fire. He just doesn't stop scoring. Duffy looks up. Cadamartri's through. Incredible. I think it's time for Hewlin to come on. Cooper whips it in. Duffy with a header. 4-1. How many hat-tricks? All the hat-tricks, Barton. All the hat-tricks. He's got 24 goals already this season. No, he's an actual descendant. He's Danny Cadamartri's son, Cardinal Chunder. He's in the Sheffield Wednesday youth system in real life. He is real. He is absolutely real. And reasonably highly thought of. So I don't think he's going to be... Probably not going to get to Premiership level. But, Hewlin misses. Found a block. So, yeah, he's let's say, Danny Cadamartri's son. So, we're doing our bit to champion him here. I guess the next thing is do we, not just do we take him to our next club, when do we take him? How do we take him? Where do we go that's going to allow us to have Bailey Cadamartri? Hewlin. Duffy's through. Good save. In real life, there have been Premier League clubs sniffing, have they? That's good, though. Again, do you think Barton, is he worth learning his trade for the next couple of years, or do you think he can make the step up? Get me a Sheffield Wednesday, say a bit for the podcast. Try and get him on the actual podcast. He's on my save. He's the youngest player in League One history. On my save, Scannell with a header. Makes it 5. Yeah, we'll have to get him on the podcast at this rate. It's a shame we probably missed out on Barry Bannon. Chose to stay, signs a new contract. Beautiful. That's what we want. Oh, Kinsella's going to go off, is he? No, he's not. No point sending him off with seconds to go. 5-1. That was superb. At least he got on loan at some point. Yeah. That'll do, won't it? Who do we get? Coleraine in the semi-final. Blues fans want permanent deals struck for Kadamari. Don't. Yes, we do. Damn right we do. Our contract at the end of the season. He's already got 24 goals in 17. Excuse me. Sorry. 24 goals in 17 games. Outstanding. Sunderland could be sniffing. Fits their model. It does, actually. That's a good shout, actually. Sports Mad. It's not a bad idea. 50 best players in the world. Where is Bailey Cadamartri on this list? Right. Dear Football Manager, he appears to not be on the list. Is there some sort of conspiracy here? Maybe. Barney's shit, you don't want him. Michael Forbes wants to move. Okay, fine. Not giving the playing time as promised. I want to go out on loan. Yeah, okay, go on then. Out you go. Just need players who want to win and want to stay. That's all I want. So, County Antrim Shield semi-final against Larne. That's up next. Is that Brendan Rodgers going to Valencia? Is it? Nice. What's out there so far? Bradford City, QPR, Aberystwyth, Bath, Torquay, Brighton, Leicester, Middlesbrough. I think there's a little bit of reverse psychology here, Sports Mad, yeah. A little bit of gamesmanship, I reckon. Right, so Jamie Mulgrew has gone to Torquay. That's fine. He's gone. We wish him all the best. There's nothing we can say. You know, he needs to undo that, doesn't he? What's that saying there? Banbridge set for big clash. Excellent. Let's Google him as we speak. What are we thinking then? Are we confident going into the semi-final? I think we have to be, don't we? But not too confident, obviously. You only noticed Linfield are full time. Yeah, I think that's part of the reason that we're doing decent. They can train. They can actually train. You know. I mean, like, even if we go back to our funds, 1.8 million in the bank, like, it's not too bad, is it? Acceptable wage control. Still, we've got a lot of promises here, haven't we? No job applications. Only 25 more days for the job applications. Keep the director of football in place. Yeah. Find a loan move for Michael Forbes. That's fine. Sell Harry Norton. Wait for Steen Powers. Wait for Owen O'Brien. Still need to try and get that wage budget under control. So yeah, so we've got a couple of little things still to work on, still to tweak, but overall, I don't think that the Linfield fans can find too much to complain about at this point, can they? You know? He says that as we're about to come up to one of the biggest games that we've had so far this season. Semi-final of the County Antrim Shield against Larne. Big match. Especially when you think we've just come off the back of a 4-1 and a 5-1 against Ballymena. Larne, the only side to beat us so far in the league, by the way. It's worth remembering that. The only Irish side, Northern Irish side, to beat us so far this season. Yeah. So it's not like they're sort of like, it's not like we're struggling and like there's a few teams that are doing it, but it's just this is the only team so far. Evening, JX Lobes, how are you? Your time is fantastic for when I sit down to play myself. Nice. Gotta try and work it. Gotta try and work those timings, right? Hope you're well anyway. Welcome in. Can't get poured down to even give me coaches. I have 4, but I'm allocated 2. Yeah, you're not going to get anything with poured down, sadly. You need to go back up into the top division to... In fact, you're already there. You're already in the Champions League and you still haven't been able to go professional. That's weird. That's quite strange, actually. Today wasn't too bad. Nice, easy day at work. Can't complain. Excellent. That's what we like. I don't know about going through the middle because I think that was the problem. I think we went down the middle and it was... Right, Cancella's suspended, so Palmer comes in. I think Cooper stays out. Harry Norton in there. That's some element of defensive reinforcement. O'Brien's still a bit tired, but it's fine. Cooper, Evans didn't really fit behind the striker. Evans is on like a 7.48 overall. He's playing brilliantly. If you don't get the Bet McLean in the middle still this year, I'm off. I understand Leclosian. We've got, like, to be fair, I'm very much sitting there going, if we don't win everything here, I'm going to be really pissed off. Because of like the way that the season started, there's a lot of green, so I'm very worried that if this doesn't continue, then what do we do? Like, if I can't do it with these teams, who can I do them with? So this is the big one. We're going to keep our eye on Kennedy as well because he had a great game against us. Semi-finals. One more win away from a potential cup final with Linfield. You've jinxed it now, haven't you, Losian? You've jinxed it. Fingers crossed for a clean sweep. I mean, that would be absolute scenes, wouldn't it? Being like, right, yeah, we've struggled for like 5 years. Got to Linfield. Yeah, won the whole fucking lot, mate. Yeah, easy. Should have just done that first of all. Don't know why we bothered with all those teams in the bottom. Should have just gone straight to Linfield. The December drop-off. That's the thing, Barton, innit? I don't want to be sat there going, oh, this is great. Only players then leave in January. One injury to Bailey Kadamari or something. That could throw us. The ball. Oh, Cooper. That was a moment. There's a lot of potential pitfalls still in this save. Don't worry. I've got to turn the computer off between like now and the next save as well, so God knows what happened tomorrow evening when we start. Anything could happen then. Corner kick. We lost 2 games already tonight because we turned the computer off, remember? Cooper balls head over the top from O'Brien. We're on top. 6 efforts, 2 on target, none for Lon so far, but we need to take them. Mickelson, nice ball down the line. Cooper. Mickelson, Cooper. Tough man. Cooper's got them. Don't turn it off yet. Just leave it on. Mrs. J, like, why is our electricity bills £9,000? I couldn't turn it off because we're on a good run of form with Linfield. She understands. She watches the stream. Mickelson. Cadamartri. How's he missed that? I'm already thinking this feels like an FM. Here's Duffy. Blocked out. The longer this goes without us taking our chances, the more worried I become. Palmer handballs it. Lloyd Lewis has scored for Glentoran. Douglas getting told off. They've got a free kick now. Good position. Kennedy's over it. Oh, that was close. That was very close. Right, what are we doing? Cooper's on the yellow card, so he's going to have to come off. Right, that sounds like a child. Just keep my ears out. Right, Mrs. J's on it. Mrs. J's on it. Right, Evans is on for Cooper. Trying to keep it down just in case I wake them up. Good challenge. Wilson. Boys. Loads of space. Nice touch. Mickelson. Joel Duffy. That's a great bit of football. That's a lovely goal right there, isn't it? Boys. Finds Mickelson. Gets his head up. In for Duffy. Cadamartri stood there going, I'm meant to score that. Why have you touched it? Yeah, 1-0. O'Brien's on a yellow card, tiring. So let's see if I can get to 70 minutes, then we might be able to sub him off. Remember, we've got Glentoran in the league next. Balls on the top, you know who. Oh. So yeah, Glentoran's going to be the first match for tomorrow. Save. That's what we need. Just keep my ears out, that's all. Just need to keep my ears. O'Brien, time for O'Brien to come off the link. One can come on. Boys has picked up the knock as well. Duffy, Boys. Back with Douglas. Mickelson, Wilson. Douglas. Mickelson turns. Pulls it back there. It's Calamari. That's what we're talking about. I'll tell you what, let's swap that round so that power goes to full back. Evans. Nice interception. Splash the nightcap whiskey in the glass and way more than I need right now. Yeah, you can't put it back in the ball. Power. Ball through, Calamari goes for it. Calamari's tired, so maybe it's time to bring Hoodlin on. What's his goal bonus? He must be costing a fortune. He's worth every single penny, isn't he? That's the problem. Speculate to accumulate, I suppose, is sort of how we're looking at it, right? We can hold on. I'm sure we can. 12 minutes to go. Take it away. This is us, innit? This is going to be us. 2-0. Hoodlin nods it down. Duffy smashes it over the top. Come on. Huge win here. Huge win against Larne. Outstanding. So that's us in a final. Okay. There we go. We play Glentoran. Of course we do. Of course we do. Thompson's been sacked by his manager, Bambridge. Oh, what's going on there? Bottom of the championship. This could be perfect. We can get, when we come back to Northern Ireland, we can have Bambridge in the 3rd division. It'll be beautiful. It'll be just what we want. This, however, is incredible, because tomorrow we're in a final. Presume it's the final. I mean, there it is. There, it might not be tomorrow, but fucking, this is all right. This is all right. We've got Coleraine in the semi-finals of the Bet McLean as well, so there is definitely something happening to look forward to. Right, definitely something. So let's have a little think, shall we? I guess we're going to do a raid. I guess we're going to raid onto someone. I've had a bit of a peek about. There's a guy on there now who's got hardly any followers in there at the minute. He's brand new. He's got about 8 followers, I think. So a guy called Glossy Junior. So let's go and follow him. Everyone, go and say hello. Make sure you know that he's there, and then go and give him some love. We're back tomorrow. Things are going all right, aren't they? To be honest, really, things are going fine. So go and give Glossy Junior a follow. Make sure you follow him as soon as you're in there. Give him some chat, give him some love. He's doing a tier 10 save. Appreciate you as always. Take care. See you tomorrow. All the best. Bye now.